Yeah, I guess we will see what happens tonight as we are now live.
Yeah! That means it's my time to welcome you to another week of the greatest unnamed D&D extravaganza all over the internet. I'll call it Solrak and Friends here.
I guess
Getting
friend.
you, yeah, friend, because some of us are missing tonight. So there's going to be plenty of multitasking and plenty of wackiness. And to get it all started, take it away, Nate, here.
Thank you, Solrex. Thank you so much. Yeah, we as you mentioned, we're down one guy. So as of right now, Cole Bauer will be joining us in I guess just like what 2 hours, right? He won't be too long.
Hour and a half, I think.
Hour and a half. Okay, so yeah, we'll just we won't dilly his daddle too much and make sure that he's nice and cool. He's not doing anything too crazy. Alright, without further ado, let's just get this started. Do a quick little recap for last week. Anyone that missed, and just kind of refresh your guys' memories. So, last week, our adventurers started off in the Stonehill Inn after a victorious evening in the circus battle tent and collecting some prizes. Wilmore ordered a bottle of whiskey, or I guess just a glass, for the already heavily intoxicated Albatross, and sneakily took his bone frog statuette from him as he was taking a sip. Let me get some music going on here. Um, Mystical Town, is that a good one?
Love it.
Alright, Mystical Town it is. Alright, so, yeah. He took his frog statuette from him, and while all this was going on, Luke Ganj, he decided to pull out his baked brownie and take a few bites, finish it up, and decided to stare at his newly acquired strange pendant for a little bit. And after a little bit of time, he started hallucinating, having some visions, started seeing some sort of appendages spiraling out from the pendant and giving him like a maddening feeling. And after realizing that he may be way too stoned, everybody made their way upstairs for a long night of sleep. Everyone that is except Luke Ganj, who was visited in his dreams by a massive eel-like sea creature with three massive eyes and tentacles that crushed him to death. In that moment in the dream, Luke Ganj woke up immediately, vomited seawater all over his bedroom floor. And the next morning, feeling a little bit shaken, they're having some breakfast, and still unsure of the meaning of this dream, and pendant and everything. And the town was shaken from its peacefulness as a man ran into the Stonehill Inn, screaming that giants were marching into town. You all made your way outside just in time to see a massive boulder fly through the air and smash into the miners' exchange. On the other end of that massive boulder were two 18 to 20 foot tall fire giants, clad in their heavy iron slug forged armor, one with a rod in its hand pointing towards the sleeping giant alehouse, and both armed with these massive great swords. Among those two fire giants was an army of like a dozen magmans, burning down any building that the giants would point to in their path, and five heavily clad orogs who wreaked havoc on the town and the innocent people that got in their way. And as they made their way into town, you noticed another group of six orcs riding on the backs of six axebeaks coming in from the opposite corner in the northeast. And in that moment, you realized that you guys were surrounded and Phandalin was under siege. And already shaken from the giants approaching, some of the great fighters from the circus, they ended up making their way to the center of town, prepared to help you all in defending Phandalin and its people. So you guys all decided to take out the orcs and axebeaks first, made your way up there, and after a few rounds, while slashing down the axebeaks and having the orcs fall down and then attacking and killing them, the giants and their entourage had already made their way to the sleeping giant and laying waste to anything in their way and began digging below the sleeping giant. After a few rounds of fighting and investigating around the sleeping giant by Luke Ganj, Gundren was knocked unconscious by one of the Oroks who came raging in, ready to kill. Luke Ganj was able to save Gundren, get him back on his feet, and the battle continued and blood was shed. And after you're able to kill a number of the giants' army, they all began to retreat and flee from Phandalin, as they maybe began to realize that they underestimated the defenses here. You all look around, see a ghost town, dark clouds of smoke. Beyond them are just the burning remains of buildings, dead bodies strewn across the ground, the smell of sulfur and death, and it permeates and fills your nostrils. And guys, you have one Orok who's just sitting there hilariously laughing still, looking like nervous, but he's unable to get up. He's incapacitated for the moment, or fallen prone at least. So as you guys look around and you see this ghost town, and you may have sent the giants running, but to you right now this looks like no victory. Um, what all would you like to do?
Oh, yeah. So the first thing here, we need to tie up this laughing orc here. Let's run over here.
See.
Me and Varys are running over to that orc.
And hold on, I can't see where. And I am going to run over there and say, "Hey, Sorlek, you got some rope to hog time, right? Or do you need some?"
Oh, I do.
You do need some. Oh no, you do. You do have some.
Yes, I have some. I can use my own rope here.
Excellent. All right. So, all right. Well, then, if you're gonna take care of them, I'm gonna gather Thrun, and we are gonna go over to the miners' exchange and check on Helia, make sure everything's all right over there.
That sounds good. Let me actually make sure I have rope. I thought I did, but now that I'm looking, yes, I do. I have 50 feet of it, so I'm good.
Excellent.
So yes, I can take care of this guy. Oh no, please allow me to take care of him. I love to take care of guys. Get away from me, you fucking creep. I'll do this myself. Alright.
So the Orok laying there, hysterically laughing, looking at you like, "Oh my god, this guy's coming over with the rope. What's he doing?" So I need you to make a dexterity check. With advantage. I guess I rolled a 3.
Oh, well, he's beat.
Yeah.
Just rolled an 8 for the first one, so I should get it.
Yeah, you got it. So, yep. This Orog is laughing hysterically, looking at you like, "Oh my god, this guy's coming over with me with a rope. What the fuck?" And he tries to move out of the way, but he just kind of rolls into your direction. You're able to hog tie him. You get the rope tied around his ankles and his wrists pretty tight. And yeah, he's looking like he's tied up there and not going anywhere anytime soon.
Beautiful. Actually, how would I mark the usage of rope? Since it's 50 feet, do I use all of it?
Well, I guess yeah. I mean, because like unless you cut it, right now it's just like you have the whole rope attached to him essentially.
All right, so now he definitely can't move because I used all of it. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, cool, beautiful.
And all right. And so then, are you done, Sorlek?
I'm done here.
Okay, all right. So I'm running around the sleeping giant. "Hey, Thrun, let's go make sure Helia's all right." "Oh, all right, Lucange." So we're gonna mosey on over. And Nate, where is the miners' exchange relative to where I am right now?
It's
Is that
this one right here? Oops, that ping.
Hold on, I gotta zoom out. Which ping?
Is that not pinging for you? It's the first building that they destroyed.
Oh, all the way in the south.
Yeah, southwest.
Okay. So we are going to run down to the miners' exchange. Actually, that's where Helia is.
That you just grabbed with you, but
Oh shit. There we go.
No, you don't want him. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Alright. So yeah, you make your way down to the south part of town, past the burning building. The wood shop on your left as you walk by is completely destroyed, along with the shed next door to it. You make your way down to the miners' exchange. You see the giant boulder that one of the giants threw into it. The roof and everything collapsed. No part of the structure is currently standing. Just sundered and splintered wood everywhere. It's still burning in a pile of flames as you are standing in front of it now. And as you look around, make a perception check actually.
Okay. Five.
Doesn't seem to be any sign of life around here. No movement, doesn't seem to be anything like that, and everything just looks completely destroyed.
Alright.
You can keep on. I mean, yeah, we do what you please.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Hold on one sec. All right. Thrawn, I don't see anything here, man. I say we just go back with Sorlak, see what he's up to. All right, Luke. All right, so we're gonna.
I'll role play the NPCs. Don't worry about that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no,
I'm
no,
like, there's so much going on right now.
no. I got the NPCs. You guys just did them during the
cool.
fight. That's cool.
All right,
Yeah.
so we run back. Sorlak.
Yeah, Thorn comes running up with you.
Let's get Chattington, everybody. We should try to get everybody together so we can split up and solve stuff. Chattington, it's over here.
Yes, my good friend.
Aimer. Okay. We have a lot of ground to cover here, and there's a lot of damage in this town. We do need to put out some of these fires, and we also need to find what's her face, the Miners Exchange lady that we all love.
Helia.
Yes. We need to find her here. So, Chattington. Actually, perhaps, Luganj, you are a bird and you can cover the most ground. Why don't you look for her and try to see if she's all right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll go fly up in the air and try and get a aerial visual to see if that helps with my field of view at all.
Excellent. Aimer and Chattington, you two can move around quite quickly. Why don't you guys go around and try to put out as many fires as you can here?
Why, yes, that sounds like a splendid plan. Solrak, you're so smart.
Oh, well, that's what my mother used to say before she was horribly murdered. You know, but that happens from time to time.
Yes, Solrak, about your mother. Is there anything we were going to do about that?
Oh, don't worry. Time will come for revenge, but this is not it for now.
I see.
Let's save these people first.
Wilmore and Eamon, they just nod and they get running off down to the town hall and start putting out the fires there.
And I am going to fly up about 50 feet, and just look off into the distance towards the fire where the giants came from, and just look around to see if there's anything that kind of sticks out to me.
No, yeah, as you look out that way, give me a perception check.
Oh, nat 20.
Nat 20? Sure. Alright, so you go up, you get a clear view of the area around you. You can see the Swordvale Mountains to your east. You can see the path from the Tribor Trail to your north that leads east or westward to the high road, and the vast lands that goes past it. But down to the south west, you can see the direction that like the giants and their entourage left from and they came from. You don't see them; they're out of your sight. It seems, and they must have disappeared in the Vale of the Mountains somewhere. But you do see like that they headed out that way.
Gotcha.
And yeah, no sign of Halia from up there either.
Okay. What is there any way I can ping?
Yeah, you just double click.
What area or what building is this?
Let me see. The map is too big, but the ping's not really showing. Okay, that one. That is the Lion Shield Coster. And Lenine Greywind, she was pulled out into the street from there. Door was thrown open, and she was not harmed, but they pulled her out, tried to like strike her a few times. She rolled out of the way, and then they kept on kind of pillaging on.
Now, would I have been able to see her from where I was?
Yeah, she was kind of standing back up and brushing herself off and like kind of sorting things out in the front of the shop again, and kind of just like kind of organizing things again, like straightening up the door and like the stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool. So I'm actually going to fly towards her.
Okay.
And so I do that, And Lenine, are you okay?
I thank you for asking. That I never would have expected that to happen here. I'm shook, but I'm all right. I'm not physically hurt or anything, but I'm just. She looks around at the burning blaze of the miners' exchange and the wood shop and the town hall, and I I'm we need to help them as soon as possible. I feel so bad for these people here, and I'm lucky. We need to take the opportunity that we have now to help out the people that weren't as lucky as myself.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's what we're doing right now. We're trying to make sure that we get all these fires out and everyone in Fandolin is safe and sound. Is there anything that you can do to be proactive with this situation?
Um, to be honest, there's not much that I can do, and just as being a simple retailer, I've gotten into a few adventures myself, but those days are put behind me, and being a member of the guild now, and she points up to the Lion Shield guild sign on her door. She's like, we try to just stay out of any sort of troubles and stick to our craft and our work.
Absolutely. You wouldn't have happened to seen Healy at all anywhere during this whole event, did you?
When I was running back inside the Lion Shield Coster, the shop behind her, I saw Halia also running back into her shop as well. That was not long before the boulder came crashing down into it.
That's not a good. I was afraid to hear about that. I'm gonna go double check on her, make sure she's okay.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna. She says, "Yeah, please do." And I'm gonna. She points over to the wood shop right to your east. I'm gonna go help the Drendar family as much as I can right now.
Awesome. Sounds good. So I'm gonna fly away towards her shop.
Okay.
Let's see.
Alright.
And I'm gonna be. Is there a way I can?
Let's do Solrak real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, here. So, Varys, I need you to keep an eye on this laughing orc here. Gundy!
Yeah, my friend.
Let's
He
go around.
he spits of some blood, and you can see like some cuts, like visible cuts on him.
Oh, so let's not do that. So, Gundy, you keep an eye on this laughing orc. Just make sure nothing happens to him here. Once he wakes up, scream for me, and we'll come back. And Varys, let's put this fire out in front of the sleeping giant, and perhaps investigate to see if we can find what they were looking for here.
Yeah, sounds good to me, Solrak.
We come around.
Sounds good to me, Solrak.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna see if I'm looking around to see if there's anything I can use to put out the fire here.
sure. Give me an investigation.
Okay, dokes. Good, I get a +1 here. A fucking 8.
So immediately, what you notice around you is that like there's this like a lot of dirt around you, and first thing that comes to your mind is like maybe I can smother this fire with the dirt.
Ooh, yeah, I like that idea. Let's try to smother some of this fire, Varys.
All right. Let's see. So I want you and Varys to make. See, how do I want to do this? I want you to like attack the fire essentially. So do a.
Ooh, what if I swing Talon really, really hard into the dirt?
Well, actually,
So a bunch of it like flies up, you know?
I mean, you can try that. I was gonna say, pretty much what you're gonna do is, let's see, we're gonna do it like this. Take your strength modifier, and then roll a d6, and that's how many cubic feet you can throw on it at once, or something like that. I think that sounds
so
fair.
D6 plus my strength modifier.
Yeah, which I think is 4.
Yeah, it's 4. So D6. So 2 plus 4, 6.
Okay, so we'll say that you and Varys can together do like 10 to 12. We'll say that you can put out 10 to 12 cubic feet in one go. So you get out this one flame on the right.
Beautiful.
Goes out, and you spend a little bit more time, and you guys are able to get the rest of the fires to go out. I'm just gonna get them to go out now.
Great.
So yeah, about 15 minutes of working at the fires. You guys are able to douse the ones that are sitting in front of the sleeping giant ale house now, and now you're standing there with that kind of 15-foot deep, kind of like almost like the length of the tavern, like 30 feet wide, like hole, just like trench dug out in front of the Stonehill Tavern, or not the Stonehill, the Sleeping Giant.
Nice. We'll go in on the next go round. You
Cool.
can go to Chaddington, I guess.
So yeah, what did he want to do again? Let's see. He wanted to. Oh, he wanted to check on Halia, I think. Save Miners Exchange Scroll, tie up, interrogate the orc, put out the fires. Okay, so pretty much everything that you guys have done, it's like he's doing it with you guys too. It's pretty much sounds like he's on board. But at the same time, while you were putting out the fires, him and Eamon, kind of looking at the fires that are surrounding the town hall, and unable to do much with that because of the height of it and not having like a supply to the water. So it's like they essentially are like watching this building just burn in front of them until they're able to get it down to the point where they're able to put it out once it's the embers just glowing on the ground. And it's gonna take a little bit of time to do that. So they move on to help Winnie and Greywind put out the fires at the wood shops, and they, after about an hour, able to do that. So Luke, in that time period, what were you doing?
Okay, excellent. So I am. Hold on 1 second.
Just like froze on me.
Something-
Okay.
It froze on you?
Back now, I think.
So what I'm going to do. Well, yeah. All right. So I'm going to be standing right outside the Miners Exchange, and I'm gonna yell, "Helia! Helia! Where are you? Can you hear me?"
You yell, no answer.
Fuck. I don't know where she is. Helia! And I'm gonna hold up my my Lightbringer, and I am going to use Gust of Wind towards the Miners Exchange,
Okay.
and see if I can extinguish this fire and get any better visual inside of it.
Sure. So I'm gonna pull up your sheet real quick. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I was poking around the other day, and I noticed that you can. So if you go to like your spells or whatever, if you like are looking at the sheet on VTT, you can click send a game log, like so that you can see all the details of it, like that.
All right, so hold on.
Like I just did it for Gust of Wind, but so yeah, line of strong wind, 60 feet, 10 feet wide, blast out. So yeah, you conjure up your Gust of Wind. Well, tell me how you're doing it.
All right, so I'm going to stand back, and I am looking kind of at this far right side of the Miners Exchange, and I'm gonna take in a real deep breath, say "cacao" while holding up my Lightbringer, and this huge gust of wind is going to expel from my body. And I'm just gonna go from right to left, trying to extinguish as much of the fire as possible.
Yeah, so this massive gust of wind starts coming out of your plumage and blowing in that direction, and you just kind of spray it like in a direction, like in a left to right or a right to left kind of directional way. And doing that, you just see the flames whoosh, blow out like birthday candles on a cake, and it's just looking now like the burning, like glowing embers slowly like diminishing, like that orangish like color that slowly just turns to gray and black, and that thick dark black smoke.
Right, and then I'm going to fly on top of the dilapidated building and look around underneath like the broken wood from the building, maybe even move some of it around to see if I can get any visual of sign of life.
Okay, sure. Start poking around, lifting some of the debris and broken material up. Being careful because it is still pretty hot right now. Um, and you're poking around and make a perception check.
6.
6. Um, just see some. Uh, you find some raw ore in there. A small amount. It looks like maybe it was something that was being weighed and kind of checked out to see the value of it and how much there was there and everything and what exactly kind of ore it was. Not seeing any signs of life.
All right. This is no good. This is no good. And I am just going to go back with Lenine and Wilmore and Eamon to help with extinguishing some of the fires.
All right.
As I do, because I still have
Mm-hmm.
gust of wind.
Yep. You fly over, and so you're putting out the fires. You're trying to.
Yep.
Yeah. You fly on over, and with your gust of wind blowing in the direction of the flames of the burning buildings, you're able to, after a couple of short minutes, get all of the flames out from all of the buildings, and what's there now is just in the wake, in the path of these giants are destruction. The smell of like that sulfur burning, like kind of just like tingling your nostrils, and the destroyed buildings that are just broken pieces of wood and furniture just spread across like nothing.
And that's it for me.
Solrak.
All right. Well, Varys and I are going in. Gonna go into the sleeping giant, into this hole, and see if we can find what they were looking for here.
You're going and looking in the hole.
Yep.
Okay.
I always go in the hole.
So you're looking down, like I said, it's about 15 feet deep, maybe like 20, 30 feet wide. It's just like a
Ooh.
trench. Yeah. Yeah.
I have an idea, actually.
Okay, sure.
Chattington! I start yelling.
Yes, my friend.
Can you use an illusion of yourself and go down there? Send the illusion down there to see what the hell there is.
Well, my friend, you would be so simple-minded, but an illusion doesn't think for itself or anything. It's just merely an illusion. It doesn't do much more than that.
Oh, just like your wiener.
Yes, sadly.
Or so I hear.
But I could perhaps try again to do my detect magic spell and see if I detect any magic down there.
Ooh, I like where your head's at, Mr. Chattington. Yes, let's try that.
Yeah. All right, stand back. Don't want you to get hurt. And he pulls out his compass, and he casted the detect magic spell from it, and the compass kind of starts pointing directions of where there potentially could be some magic, and he is getting a faint aura from the earth below what they were digging in.
So, you boys think, should we keep digging? I feel like that's the move. Yeah. You thinking, Wilmoa?
I'm not much of a digger myself. You're the one with the big muscles, but yes, I think that's not such a bad idea.
All right, well let's get a crew so we can help here. Big Bird! I start yelling.
Call! And I'm gonna fly on over.
I think man, albatross.
He's still drunk.
Yep. You want Eamon?
Yeah.
Alright, Eamon comes running on over.
What's up, Solrak?
So Wilmore Chattington's detects that there is some magic here in this hole here. So we should keep digging until we find what it is these giants we're looking for. Worst case scenario, they'll come back and destroy the town. Best case scenario, we can at least evacuate the remaining people and move what it is you're looking for into another location here.
Well, boys, let's get digging then. Let's see what the fuck's under here.
Yeah.
Are there any? So I'm gonna look around, maybe see if there's any shovels nearby.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Don't see any shovels nearby. But Wilmore's like, maybe over at the at Barthen's provisions, maybe they'd let us have a shovel or two to, it's the least they could do for us helping out the town.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, great idea. So, Solrak, why don't you start digging with you and your strength and all the rest of the crew, and I'll go and grab some shovels from the or see if he has any shovels at the miners' exchange.
Sounds good. I'll start chopping away with Talon at the ground so it can start weakening the dirt through, and then we can just scoop it out when you guys get back with the shovels.
Awesome. I'll be right back. And so I'm gonna fly on over to the miners' exchange.
Actually,
I'm sorry, Barthen's provisions.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
We could follow Luganch here, I guess.
So, you make your way up north a little bit, untouched part of town, up to Barthen's Provisions. The door is shut. Usually Barthen's quick to greet at the door, but it seems like they have the door shut, blinds pulled, lights off, and yeah.
So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be knocking on the door or banging on door, yelling, "It's Luke Ganj! I need shovels! Is anyone in there?"
You hear like a little, like scurrying your feet, like Iggy just barked because I just knocked on the desk in front of me. You hear like the scurrying of feet on the floor in front of you, in the building in front of you, as you see Thistle peer her nose out from behind the blinds and sees you there and quickly unlocks the door and lets you in.
Thank you so much. Don't worry, all the fire giants and Orogs are all gone, so we're all good for now. But who knows what's gonna happen down the road? But what I really need to see is if you guys have any shovels we can use. There's something under the sleeping giant that's important to these fire giants, and we got to figure out what it is.
Yeah, Luke, I'm sure we can help you with that. We got hey, Onder, you mind grabbing a couple shovels? Luke, what were you thinking? How many did you need?
I mean, there's a crew of us. I'm thinking, let's see. I mean, Solrak can use his Talon. I'm hoping 4 shovels, 4 shovels.
No, yep, I can loan it out for you. Yeah, just I know you guys helped us out and everything, but I do need these back, so please just take care of them.
Absolutely. Anything for you. I really appreciate you lending us these shovels. This is really important. But
Luke,
I just want to reiterate, you guys are safe. The fire giants and Orogs are all gone.
Luke, we appreciate that very much. Just since you guys got here, we know that you guys have been here to help us out, and you don't owe it to us, so we recognize that and just know that it's appreciated.
Hey, we feel like we're family now in the town of Phandalin, so anything for our family.
Likewise, yeah, if you need anything else, you know where to find us.
Absolutely. And so I am going to bundle up these 4 shovels and start walking my way over to back to the sleeping giant.
Flying, hopefully, because if you walk, it's gonna be a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right, yeah, we're flying.
Alright, so, make your way back over with the 4 shovels in hand, and go on.
I come bearing gifts, y'all. Now let's start digging.
Let's do it.
Alright, so, you guys start. Luke hands out the shovels to each one of you. You guys start digging.
Oh, Walter, and we're singing songs.
Wilmore's not. Wilmore's not digging. He's just standing on the side with his lute, yeah, just playing a song for you guys and singing, and it's like I've been working on the railroad all the live long day, and you guys are like literally just like sweating and digging. I'm like, fuck you, Wilmore, like shut the fuck up, and like digging into the dirt, throwing it over your shoulder. You dig a little bit deeper, throw it over your shoulder.
Let's note my biceps look very oily and shiny right now. They're quite perky, and everybody's looking at them slightly jealous, even though they'll never acknowledge it. But they're like, damn, those are some sweet guns, Solrak. Saying.
So, any response?
Classic soul wreck, and I'm just gonna shake my head and keep digging and singing my songs.
So you guys keep on digging. I couldn't find anything when I was like trying to figure out how to set up digging, so I made up my own thing. It's a user strength modifier and then 1d8 cubic feet per hour is what you guys can do.
I like that.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
Rolling.
All right, so you said D8 plus our strength modifier.
So I got a 5.
Yeah.
All right, hold on one
So
sec.
5. Okay.
Oh shit, hold on.
And then
Hold on.
Eamon and Varys too.
So I got 6.
Cool. I'll roll Eamon and Varys. Actually, yeah. Let me pull it up real quick.
What about Thrun?
You got 4 shovels.
Ah, you're right. I don't know. I mean, Thrun's got +3 strength.
Okay, then yeah, if you wanted to give him one instead.
Yeah, I'll do that.
What's Varys' strength? Because Eamon's 1.
Oh, Thrun with the 11.
Oh, 11, nice.
Hell yeah.
Varys,
Big man on
Varys
campus.
is 3, so...
Oh, Varys
And-
is a 3, yeah. Sorry.
No, all good. So we'll do a d8 for that. So...
And who's not digging? Luke Ganj?
8. No, Wilmore isn't.
No, I am.
Okay, Wilmar.
So after about an hour of digging, you guys like it's tiresome. You guys are really putting your back into it and digging through this trench. About an hour into it, Solrak, you hit ding, ding ding. You
Yeah,
tap
that's something
down
now.
and yeah, it sounds like something's metal.
I like when things are metal. Here! Help me, boys. I think this is it here.
Is there a way that we can dig around it, Nate, to, I guess, better unlodge said object?
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Let me lodge my talon in through the crevices to kind of, break through the dirt.
Yes. I like that.
Okay, so like on the side of it is what you're doing.
So using the earth as like a fulcrum.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah. So you start prying, and this thing is not moving. It's not budging or doing anything. And yeah, you might need to clear out the dirt around you a little bit more and see what you're working with.
Well, let's do that, boys.
Boys, start digging around it. You heard the man.
Alright, you start digging up a little bit more. It doesn't take much longer till you guys are able to kind of get the rough outline of what you're working with here. It's kind of bent, and it's roughly like 11 feet long.
Hey, you said we wouldn't talk about my penis today.
And it's 2 inches thick.
I told you to stop talking about it.
No, yeah, it's yeah, it looks massive. It's like it's almost like a C-shaped like fragment, but it's like it's 11 feet ish long.
All right, let me Run and Varys, help me try to lift this thing out.
Oh, sounds good, Soul Wreck. Ooh. and so I guess we're gonna.
We all do strength checks.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, an 18 plus 4 for Soul Rack. Let's see what
Thrun got
Varys
12.
has. Varys got a 19 plus 3.
And,
So
and what's their
22.
what's each one of your guys' strength scores? The total number, like the 15 or something like that.
17.
19 for Soul Rack and 16 for Varys.
17 for Thrun.
17.
Yeah.
Alright, let me do some quick math.
Quick maps.
No, you guys are digging up. Keep on digging and pushing, and let's see, 16 times 15. And the three of you try to lift up this giant metal kind of rod, fragment, not rod, that's in the ground, and you guys are really trying to, like, you know, get your knees down and get your hands underneath of it all the way, and it's heavy. It doesn't seem like it's moving.
Holy shit. Hey, Bird, get down here and try to help us out.
All right. I'm coming.
What,
And
yours is 14.
mine is 14, and then I rolled a 19.
Alright, so Luke Ganj comes down there and is like, alright, let me help out. And he rolls up his sleeves, and he gets down there, and you guys, 1, 2, 3, and you start pushing it up, and as you finally start lifting it up off the ground. This thing is over 1,000 pounds.
Whew.
And you guys are lifting it up, and now you're like 15, 20 feet deep in a hole with this, lifting up this 11-foot long.
Try and lean it up against the earth so we can stand it up, because we're not going to be able to get this thing out of here right away.
Or maybe we can go back to the supply store here and try to build a little ramp so we can actually just walk up here.
That's a good idea too. Let's just set it down. Let's try and stand it up first, real quick, and then we can start working on that.
Yeah, I agree. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Guys, yep. Are able to just keep on pushing up a little bit more until you're able to get it standing up against the excavated wall that you have dug out and that the giants have dug out. And yeah.
Man, that
Right.
thing's fucking heavy.
Yep.
What
Big
I'm
Bird,
going...
perhaps you fly with Chaddington, and the two of you, since he's little, he might be able to hang on your back.
Before
The
I
two of you
do
get to
that, Solrak, I'm actually going to I'm gonna look at this thing before we do that, while we have it standing up out of the earth, and just examine it, see like what exactly this fragment is about, see if there's like any glyphs or anything that's out of the ordinary with just, a simple metal fragment in the ground.
Yeah, go ahead and give me I guess perception will work for that. Or let's do, yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say maybe intelligence in general, actually, instead of wisdom. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Intelligence. check.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
Motherfucker. 4.
4. Man, all these like
They
ones
call
where
it
you're like
bird
checking
brain.
shit out. Yeah. Today. So you're
damn.
looking at it. You can pretty much tell like what I've said. 11 feet long. It's like over 1,000 pounds. It's like a C-shaped fragment. It's definitely like a bent and broken like band, and it's like 2-inch thick of adamantine kind of metal. It's a very sturdy metal, and it's yeah, that's all you can really tell from it.
The fuck with this thing. Alright, Chaddington. Let's see. Let's go to, fuck. Solrak, where are we going again?
The supply store here. We got the
Yeah,
shovels.
We're gonna go to, Barlin's Provisions real quick, Chaddington. See if there's anything else we can grab that'll help us build a ramp here.
Why, yes, that sounds like a lovely plan, Lucange. That, don't get your birds or your feathers in a ruffle. I don't know, some sort of bird joke I'd make.
Hilarious.
Yeah. I know. So funny. Okay.
You made fun of the bird.
Are you done yet, Chaddington?
Oh, I'm just getting started. Okay,
Some
no.
might say he's just taking off.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to pick him up and start flying with him, and then I am just gonna drop him from like 20 feet in the air.
Get your grimy talons off of me! Are you dropping them from 20 feet in the air?
Yeah, you bet your ass I am.
I'll catch him here.
Roll 2d6, and then Solrak, do a strength check.
For being a racist bitch ass, fucking with these birds. I don't like these bird jokes.
Fucking 7.
Alright, Luke, roll 2d6.
That one's
2 6s.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I swear to God, man.
12 damage for Wilmore. Just have it in the log. Okay. Alright, yeah, you pick him up. He's like, no! He's like waving his arms up around you. You have like grabbed him by his shoulders with your talons. He's like, he's only like 3 feet tall, so it looks funny as he's like you're flying in the air with him like dangling below you. He's like waving up his little nubby arms up at you, like, let me down! And you finally like, okay, and you let him go, and he falls down 20 feet, and Solrak tries to catch him, and just like Wilmore falls through his arms and takes 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
wow, way to fucking go, dude.
Wait, hold on. How many?
Are you
12.
fucking serious?
Oh shit.
What you fucking think would happen if you drop a 3-foot person 20 fucking foot off the ground? What do you think?
Well,
Better lay some hands on him, boy.
All right, Chaddington, you done with the fucking bird jokes now, bitch?
I'm just getting started.
Fuck
His
you.
leg is like
God.
broken.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's down at 2 health points now. I just realized because of the.
Well, I'll expend 13 rapey hands on him, so you're fucking welcome. Now you have more health than what you started with, because I'm that kind of bird.
Hey, he's up to 15 now. All right. I just fixed it. Cool.
So anyway, we are gonna go to Barlin's Provisions.
All right, let's shall we then lead the way?
We shall. All right, what's up, guys? I'm back. We're still digging away with those shovels. But might I ask, is there anything here that you think would work really well with, trying to build a ramp?
Yeah. Elmar just kind of looks at you and is like, not sure if we got any of that kind of materials here for ramp building or nothing like that. Simple kind of supply shop here. Hey, Onder, why don't you go poke in the back a little bit, see if we got anything for the bird fella here. Yeah, sure, boss. Yeah. So, what exactly are you planning on? As Onder goes in the back and he's poking around to see if he has anything for you. Elmar sparks some conversation. So, what are you planning on building a ramp for? What are you doing?
I'll say this. We found something under the sleeping giant. We don't know what it is, but we're just trying to get it out to further examine it. That's all I know right now. But this thing is about 1,000 pounds, and we need whatever tools we can get to get it out of this 20-foot hole.
Oh, wow, that does sound like quite the task, and I'm surprised, you said it was underneath the sleeping giant?
That's correct.
I'm surprised. That building is one of the oldest buildings in town, so it's whatever's there must have been there for quite some time now.
Yeah, and like I said, we have no idea what it is, but we're just trying to get it out of there and just check it out, man.
Yeah, I understand. It's a peculiar thing. I've been in this town for as long as I can remember, and usually I think I know most of the things around here, and that's a new one for me.
Well, let me ask you this: do you know any other history prior to that building being built in Phandalin? Like, were there other civilizations that may have lived in this area?
Well, it kind of takes a second, like rubs his beard. He's like, there was that battle of the dragons and the giants around this part of the Sword Coast. Not sure exactly which part, but it was nearby the Sword Mountains, so it had to be kind of somewhere around here. But back then, there was a massive battle between the giants and the dragons. They've been enemies for as long as antiquity. It's gone back forever, and I'm sure there's plenty of slain dragons and giant bones deep in the earth around here, and who knows what kind of history or stories go back with that. But as far as with the sleeping giant, I don't know much history about it, just other than the fact that it's been here since I was born, and it'll be there. I mean, it's still standing right now, right?
I mean, it's seen better days, I'll tell you that. But anyway, I really got to get back to helping Solrak and the rest of the guys. Were you guys able to find anything back there that might help?
Oh, let me see what's taking Onder so long. Hey, Onder! Find anything back there? See, Onder pokes head out from the back storeroom. Sorry, boss. Doesn't seem to be anything useful for a ramp building or anything back here. And he just he's holding up a bucket and a rope, and he's like, "This is all I got."
You said you have more rope?
Yeah, we definitely have more rope if you need more rope.
I'll buy more rope. I mean, how much rope do you have, and how much does it cost?
Let's see. For rope, we got 50-foot spools of it. It's cost you maybe 2 gold pieces for one of those spools.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Because I don't know how much rope I'm gonna need. Do you have 100 feet worth of rope?
Yeah, we got a couple of things back here.
All right, yeah. So would you be able to do 2 for 3 for or I'm sorry, yeah, two spools of rope for 3 gold coins, since we're trying to help the town as much as possible right now?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. That's an 18. Do I need to roll again?
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that for you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. And so I'm gonna, let's see, 3 gold pieces. Let me get rid of that.
Colbauer texted in the Twitch thing. Needs more Chattington, please.
Is he watching?
I guess he's watching. Yeah.
Great. All right. Well then, fine. Chattington, take the 100 feet of rope, and let's go.
Yes, let's go.
All right. We start making our way back with the rope.
All right, you guys make your way on back with the rope. Solrak, were you and Varys doing in that time? Or do I want to know?
Ooh, well, Varys won't fucking stop following me around here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm actually checking on the laughing orc to see if he's done laughing, because it's been a while.
Yeah, sure. So you make your way over to the orc, and yeah, he is done laughing. And you actually see him. He looks like he's trying to untie or get out of the hog tie that you guys haven't set up on. Gundren's looking over. He's like, he's not going anywhere. But Gundren's eyes are kind of looking heavy.
Well, I slap the taste out of the orc so it stops moving here. Now I'm gonna question this motherfucker. Here! I grab it by the neck and I say, here! Why were you coming here? What were you looking for under the sleeping giant?
Orc looks at you, goes, "Oh, not telling you, stupid puny human." He spits over in your direction.
Oh, big mistake, buddy, because I've been looking forward to this. I grab one of his fingers, and then I break it.
I was gonna have you make a strength check, but that's fine. He's just tied up. That's cool. Yeah, you go over, walk over, and you just snap his finger backwards, and you hear him scream out in anguish.
So let's try this again, Mr. Orc Boy. What were you looking for under the sleeping giant? Yeah.
He's like looking at his hand like, this motherfucker, can't believe he just did this to me. Let's go. Oxford and Ildmane, they have planned to barge into town. They don't tell us extent of plan, just destroy buildings and wreak havoc.
Who's they?
Oxford and Ildmane?
Oh, okay, sorry, didn't hear you.
The two giants.
Yep. Why? Okay. Trying to think what else I can ask this guy. Do you have any more reinforcements around here?
He looks at you just with like a shit-eating grin. It's like, Ferdwin will be nothing but ruins by the time we're done with it.
That's a funny one. You know what else is funny? And then I grab another finger and I break it.
Make a do a strength check for this one, 'cause he's expecting it now. A little bit.
Ooh, 18 here.
18. 18. So you go to grab his wrist and snap his finger, and he quickly moves his hand out of the way and jerks it, and kind of just rolls over and says, "Stupid human, not gonna happen again."
Oh, not gonna happen again, here. But I'd try it again, here.
Alright, try it again.
18 plus 4, 22 here.
Oh, I rolled it too. Yeah, see, he rolls over and says that, and you're like, "Oh, not gonna happen again." And you reach right over and immediately just like pull it back, and you hear the bone like click in 3 different places, and just like it starts like it's like just wobbly now. That one finger, just flopping back and forth on the other side of his hand. It's like, "Motherfucker."
Well, yes, I did fuck your mother, and she was awful, yeah. But tell me, how far away are your reinforcements, and how big is your force, yeah?
Could be, well, I'll die before I tell you. Fuck you.
You'll die before me. We'll see about that, boy. And then I'm gonna go and break another finger.
Go to break another finger.
Oh man, 17 plus 4, 21.
Alright, I think we need to do damage for a couple. Alright, so do roll 2d4s plus your strength modifier one time.
2d4s. 6 plus 4 is 10 here.
Okay, so yeah, you have broken 3 of his fingers now. And he's like, all right, stop it. You are more inhumane than the orcs I train.
That's the nicest thing anybody has ever said to me, yeah. Now talk.
All right, but what's in it for me?
You treasure your life?
I treasure my life no more than you seem to treasure your friendships. As he points around and says, "Where's all your friends?"
Don't worry about my friends. You speak and tell me what I'm looking for, and I give you my word that I will release you.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion. fucking one.
He looks like he's about to tell you, like he's thinking about what he should say, like, and it looks like he's about to tell you something. And he just takes a second, just spits it right in your face, and this massive green slimy loogie just starts dripping from like in between your eyebrows, down your nose, and almost into your mouth as it goes around your lips.
Oh boy, they never make it easy, do they? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to leave him tied up, but I want to hang him upside down, and then I'm gonna walk away from him for a while.
Okay.
Leave Varys there watching him.
Okay. See how good of a way that you can tie him up like that? Go ahead and just do a like a athletics check.
Athletics. Ooh, and I got a +4 there. 13 + 4, 17 hair.
Yeah, you're tired of listening to this shit, and you just take the extra amount of rope that's like leading off of like the hog tie that you have him on, and you take it up to the tree that's behind you, and you rope it up about 10 feet high, and you just like kind of pulley him up, tie it off, and he's just dangling there upside down now.
Well, Varys, keep an eye on this fool.
Well, yes, Solrak, I sure will.
And keep an eye on Gundren as well. You both keep an eye on him. I'll be back in a few minutes and see if our friend here has a different tune to sing here.
Sure. So in that moment, as that's happening, you notice from the north, you hear like the sound of horses coming into town, and it's Sildar with his Lord's Alliance members. Three other members of the Lord's Alliance. Let me just see if I can get some tokens out here for them.
How about some badass music, perhaps, maybe?
Yeah, let me get some badass music. Will this, let's see. That's not badass. We'll do this one. That's like the fight one. Is there an in-between? Let's see, what's this dark one? Oh, that's too dark.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah,
Like riding into town.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I turned it down too much. A little loud still. There we go. So yes.
I can't hear it on our end.
You can't hear it?
No.
How about that?
No.
But maybe you can hear it in the stream, so that it's fine.
Yeah, but I want you guys to have the vibes too.
I know, I like it. It was fine before. And then...
Wait, so you can hear that, right?
No.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
We
Yeah,
heard it the first time,
that's so weird.
and then you changed something.
Let's see if it works now. No?
No.
Okay. Anyways, Sildar comes riding into town with 3 members of the Lord's Alliance. One of them being a kind of, let's see, like a female dwarf. There's a female human, and there's a male elf that comes riding in with him. And let me just get these tokens out here.
Wait, so hold on. One's a dwarf, one's an elf, and what was the other one? I'm sorry.
A lady.
Yeah, just a female human.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Let me see.
And are me and Chaddington back at the Sleeping Giant?
Yes, you are. At this point.
Cool.
Yep, and Sildar and his members of the Lord's Alliance come riding in. They make their way to the center of town, like by the Shrine of Luck, outside of the town hall and the Stonehill Tavern. And they notice the destruction that's happened to the town, and immediately like halt their horses right there and stop and kind of look around in directions, unsure of like what to do, where to go. And they see the crowd of people over by the Sleeping Giant house, and they make their way over to you all that are all over there.
Sildar, my friend here.
Solrak, whoa, I'm so sorry. I mean, I got back here as soon as I possibly could. It was half a day quicker than I said. Oh, I'm so sorry that it wasn't any sooner. What happened?
Okay, my friend. As we expected, fire giants came into the town with orcs, and they destroyed everything here. Gundren here is very hurt, and so is Varys. They need severe medical attention here. The town is mostly destroyed, as you can see, and we found something under the sleeping giant that the fire giants were digging for here. We haven't been able to identify it or get it out yet, but we have it here. On the other side, if you go around the building, you'll see it.
Yeah. So hold on. There are fire giants. I wasn't expecting fire giants around here. I was expecting.
Yeah.
You guys said the fire giants, but I was expecting maybe hill giants or just. I just can't believe that. It makes no sense why they would be over here. So what is this thing that you have by the sleeping giant?
We were hoping perhaps you could take a look at it, and maybe you would know, and maybe your people would know as well. But perhaps maybe this orc that we have here would know anything. However, he's being a little difficult, so he's on timeout right now. So why don't you come take a look at this artifact and maybe see if you know what it is here.
Yeah, sure. Please show it to me.
Let's do it.
You guys make your way back around the front of the sleeping giant. And as you guys are making your way over, the crew of Lord's Alliance members are with him. You can see they have like the insignia of like Neverwinter on their armor and the Lord's Alliance. And Sodar's like, by the way, these are some of my brothers and sisters with the Lord's Alliance. This is, he points to the male elf. This is Mirrodin Eramir. We grew up alongside with each other. We have a long history battling, long battles and taking out enemies and raising against tyranny. He points over to the female dwarf. He says, "This is Jackie Ashbourne, very brute warrior herself." And then he points to the last female human, and this is Eliza the Courteous. She's a newer member of the Lord's Alliance, but she's already been able to prove herself.
Oh, pleasure to meet you all.
And they all kind of just nod their head and bow to you.
Wilmore runs over to Elijah. He goes, "Oh, hello, Elijah. How are you doing today?"
I'm doing all right. I'm sorry to see your town has. We weren't able to make it in town. I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't you worry. Wherever there's a Chaddington, it's safe. So, we ended up doing pretty well. But you know, if you're ever short on time, feel free to, come my way. We can chit chat. But anyway, as Solrak was saying, doing a quick summary of what happened in the last hour. Anything important happen, Solrak? The last hour?
Well, yes. We're looking to dig out this ginormous thing here that you're now looking at. And
You.
Thank you.
that's really about it. We put out the fires. We're currently digging out
fires.
Yes, everything's looking good. We're currently have a dangling orc out back because he was not being very cooperative with me during our questioning. So I broke 3 of his fingers, and I currently have him dangling upside down in a tree because he's gonna learn to be a good boy. And other than that, we try to get this 1,000-pound giant, straight, thin-looking thing out from below the sleeping giant, but it's so heavy that we are unable to. So we don't know what it is at the moment. We're just trying to figure it out.
But Solrak, you forgot that me and Chaddington just bought some rope. Maybe we can make some pulleys, like a pulley system or something like that, and see if we can pull this big ass thing out of there. But I mean, Chaddington, you won't be any good for that. So maybe you can go try and get some information out of that hanging
I can try that.
Or-
Was there
Sure.
is there any writings on the big thing?
I
don't
couldn't
know yet.
see with my bird eyes, but maybe with your
Yeah, let's
your little tiny eyes, maybe you could
let's go down and see if I can just jump into the hole and take a quick gander.
Sure.
Yep.
Go ahead and
Like looking for insignias or anything like that. That's what Inception.
yeah. Welcome back,
Ah.
Colbauer.
It's a pleasure.
Just
Investigate.
squeezed right in.
That's what I do, man. I just slide right in there.
I heard you join, and then I completely forgot that you joined, and then you came out of nowhere. I was like, "Holy shit!"
Were you
that
were you
was
in the
excellent, that was
Discord when you commented on Twitch? If only there were more Chattington.
I mean, I might have been loading up Discord when I did that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Just I'm just trying to give people what they want, and by the people I mean myself. Oh, and here's the first roll.
Jesus Christ.
And nat 20 on
That's
the
great.
He's back, baby.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what I told them about it. You see, it's like a bent and broken band of 2-inch thick adamantine like metal, roughly 11 feet long, weighs about 1,000 pounds. It's kind of C-shaped, bent. But yeah, as you're checking it out, do you see like inscribed on it a rune?
Rune. Rune or a language? I guess I wouldn't be able to tell the difference, right?
Yeah, and it to you it just looks like some sort of symbol.
Does it match?
Came back for a
I
second.
heard that, Nate.
You hear it now?
I did hear that.
Well,
Yeah.
then you cut off again.
It's so weird because now it's stopped for me, and I just hit
Well,
play.
Stop. It's not playing right now.
Not now.
No, it's not now. It's
That's
all.
hilarious because now it's playing for me.
Yeah, I could hear it in Twitch when I was listening.
I'm sorry,
Alright,
guys.
that's good.
Well, I'll put on what's it called, Groovy or whatever it's called. But go
Yeah,
on.
I like it. Does it match Bird Boy? Don't you have a funky symbol? Is it the same or?
And I'm gonna pull out my pendant and kind of look at it and look at the metal fragment.
Yeah, you hold it up side by side to the symbol that's adorned on the kind of this fragment that you're looking at in the earth, and that's completely different.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's see if we can take a closer look to this. I'm gonna cast comprehend languages.
Yeah.
So I can read all languages. Does that do anything?
You can tell that it is in fact a giant rune, but I don't think detect languages does runes. Let me just double check that.
Yeah, it's only written languages so that you can see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written.
Yeah, no. Work on. So yes, if those runes are part of written language, it can be read. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So it's secret code, and glyphs aren't part of a spoken language. So it does. Yeah. Unfortunately.
All right. So then, how about this rope and pulley system? I think that sounds divine.
All right. Does anyone else have any rope? Right now, I have 150 feet of it that I imagine we could probably divide into thirds. That should be enough.
Oh, it's back. Actually, Varys has 50 feet of rope himself. So if you can
Excellent.
go ask him, you gotta go get it from him, though.
All right, so I'm gonna run on over to Varus. And Varus, by any chance, do you have rope that I could borrow to help get this metal fragment out of the earth?
Oh, yes, but you'll have to get it out of my zipper.
On second thought, I'll just use the rope that we have.
Oh, no, here you go. Take it.
Thank you. You're too easy.
Creeper.
I'm very aroused.
Is that Varus? Modern day.
You just got Carlos.
Alright, so I'm gonna run back around to where everyone is, and I'm gonna divide it into four. So we'll have 4 50-foot pulley systems.
Damn it. How long are they?
50 feet. Do we need the formula?
Let's see. Yeah, I need each one of you, let's see, to do 15 times your strength modifier for whoever's lifting it. I can do the math, but
Thrun will strength modifier.
not modifier. I'm sorry, the whole strength score.
All right, so I was gonna say 17. And you said how many times? I'm sorry.
I'll do it. 15 times 17 is 255.
Yeah. So that's for Thrun.
Okay.
And
I'll do it, obviously.
Yeah, Thorak.
Well, what are you
So-
guys? You guys are just like kind of pulling it up with the rope. You're not like building like a pulley system. You're just kind of tying a rope around it and pulling it with the rope out.
I mean, I don't think we have enough
Yeah.
material to do a pulley.
Yeah. No, I was just making sure.
Yeah, we just basically it's you tie it, like a noose essentially, and then you put that on one side of it, and then you do the same thing on the other side of it, and then we pull up from there with the slack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool with me. So yeah, everyone that's lifting, I just need their strength score.
I'm just gonna hop up on the
Mine's a 19.
Okay.
on the house and just
Well,
kind of sit there and
Wilmore,
watch them do this.
Wilmore, what's your strength score? Because mine's only 14.
Oh, my strength is 10. Did you expect me to be like super jacked, this little like dwarf running around?
I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know what you're packing with.
Hey
All
man,
right,
I'm packing a foot
Yeah,
long. my
sure,
friend.
whatever. All right. So, all right. I guess I will then. So I'm 14 times
So
15.
we'll just say,
10.
we got enough people around here. Everyone in the whole group comes around, grabs a piece of the rope. You guys have it tied around this fragment that's in the earth, and after it takes a decent amount of time of you guys like really pulling on it and like trying to like digging your heels into the earth and taking like a couple steps backwards. After about 30 minutes, you guys are able to unearth and pull this whole massive 11-foot big 1,000-pound fragment out of the earth.
Yeah. Congratulations, boys. That got me a pump for the day.
Well, now what do we do with it?
Sildar, do you know what this is, perhaps? Anybody, you and your peeps? You guys seem to know what old, majestic, cool things are, and you know a lot about this town. So if anybody would know what the fuck this is, you would.
Sildar kind of comes around to the piece and is like inspecting it, looking at any kind of details on it. Says, "Sorry, Solrak, this is completely unknown to me. The only thing I can really tell you about it is yes, this rune, as Wilmore saw. This is definitely a giant rune symbol, and the material, it seems to be this is a very nice metal. It can only be forged in the nicest of most high quality forges, which means it was more than likely made by one of the fire giants. But it looks like it's adamantine material for sure."
Huh. And why would it be so important to them to have this? That's the question.
Eamon's sitting there and he's like, "Well, if I've been tracking these giants for a little while, and if I have an inkling that maybe, just hear me out here. This might go a little over some of your heads, but the fire giants used to have this massive. There's stories of it. This massive giant construct that they forged and put together. It's been long lost for centuries, long time. Hear me out. This is crazy thought, but maybe the fire giants are looking for pieces of this construct and trying to put it back together again. and maybe this could be part of it.
Huh. That makes sense. That makes a ton of sense. So the move is, we have to move this thing away from here, yeah? Because they'll obviously be back. And we also have to figure out what exactly, how important is this piece to their plan? You know?
If
Something
they're
tells me it's important.
if they're making something that needs it, then it is their plan. You know.
So
I
we gotta
think,
remove it. And
Where the hell are we gonna put it?
I mean, all I know is we can't leave it here. Sildar, your people have somewhere perhaps where we could take this?
Well, we could. I think myself and the other members of the Lord's Alliance, we should stick around here. I was going to suggest that maybe we could call for more members in Neverwinter to come, but I think it's best, you saw what happened the last time I left. I think it's best that we probably stick around here and help out as much as possible, but if you can get it out of here somehow, I might be able to help the village of Phandalin.
Would we
Yes.
be able to put this is 1,000 pounds, right? So could we maybe get some horses, a
That's
carriage,
exactly what I was thinking.
put it up that bad boy, and maybe
Yeah.
maybe we take it to the Oracle. We
Ooh,
do need a
that's good
giant,
idea.
but I mean, we have a giant thing. So maybe that
Yeah,
works.
I was definitely thinking we need to get to the Oracle because that's the only way we're going to be able to figure out how to stop them.
So it's a great idea. I don't think it's a bad idea at all. But I think maybe if you could find someone that knows a bit about it first, that could be helpful. But also at the same time, this is all. We don't know who. He points over to Eamon the elf. We don't know if this could just be speculation. And Eamon's like he's correct. This is just from what I've been trying to track with the Giants, but this they absolutely did used to have this giant construct, Vonendad, and this could be potentially part of it.
Eamon, do you know of any giant experts that'll be around here, or historic experts? Maybe we ask the mayor. I don't know. Eamon, what do you?
Yeah, no, I think
The mayor's useless in this town.
I've been tracking the Giants for a little bit of time. I was always fascinated with the stories I heard growing up about them, and I never got to see one until it was about broke into my 80s. Elves live into about 300 years old. So no, there's no one else that I know or in this area that knows more than myself personally, but I've been tracking for a little bit of time, and with the fire giants being in this area, it makes me believe that a rumor I heard not long ago could be true.
What's the rumor?
That King Hecaton, the leader of the storm giants, the storm giants are the highest in the ordning of the giant system. He's gone missing. That's what people have been saying.
He's gone missing. How could a
What-
giant go missing? That's ridiculous. They're giants.
And that's exactly the most peculiar thing about it.
What?
I don't-
Go ahead.
All I'm saying is I don't think we should take any risk with this thing.
Well, I think we need to get it out. The
Yes.
question is, where do we take it?
Sildar, it's like, guys, the Lord's Alliance, we thank you for taking action and helping defend Phandalin in my absence. But you guys you don't owe anything to us here. You guys got put in this situations, certainly just by being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And we absolutely appreciate all that you're trying to do, but this isn't your mess. And now that I'm back with some other members of the Lord's Alliance, I have an idea actually that could be helpful in taking out the giants. outside of all of this. Solrak, are you planning on still getting justice for your family down in Daggerford?
I think of nothing but every single moment of every single day here.
I understand how much family means. I miss my family deeply, and I would do anything for them. But since, or if you are heading south down to Daggerford, taking the higher road, you may want to stop by Waterdeep on your way there. See, there's a ex-Lord's Alliance member I did my training with, a knight by the name of Harthos Zamorvin. He used to have a giant slayer greatsword. And the last we spoke, he was living down in a keep in Waterdeep.
Oh.
If
And what's this guy's name again?
Harthos
Arthos what?
Zamorvin, I'll type it in the chat for you real quick.
Well, Solrak, I think we know what we need to do.
Yep. Off to Waterdeep.
It says, if you tell him I sent you, and you explain what's going on with the giants to him, he may be willing to part with this greatsword. Like I said, I need to stay here for the time being and help the people of Phandalin safe, just in case the giants do come back. But you and your friends, we appreciate all that you've done for us here, but it's not your responsibility, and I understand if you have other places your heart takes you.
I appreciate it, my friend. And note that when I'm done taking care of my revenge, I'll think of you and come back, perhaps, and kick some ass here. Yeah.
I would love nothing more than to fight side by side with you, Solrak.
All right. Let's do it, boys.
I will say I do think you guys should move this thing away from here. Maybe go put it in the manor that everybody fled to.
You're saying that's the
And also,
Sildar?
Yeah, I'm saying that to Sildar. Because if they get this, I think it's gonna be a huge issue.
You think
yeah.
you think the manor would be safekeepings for it?
I think anywhere but here, because they know it's here.
And how
They said they're absolutely coming. This orc who's hanging on the tree already confirmed that with me. So it's just a matter of time. If anything, you should evacuate the people or get this thing out of here. But if this thing stays here, the remaining people in Phandalin will be dead. And you guys didn't heed our warnings before. Then look what happened.
Very well, Solrak, very well. But I just have one more question in regards to the giants. Wilmore, how exactly were they able to locate, or he points to this massive fragment and the massive trenched hole in the ground. How were they able to locate this exact location?
Well, my guess is that apparently this is where the last battle between giants and dragons went down. So I'm guessing if that fight must have had something to do with breaking up this artifact.
Very
At the
well.
end of the day, yeah, I mean, there could be a honing beacon on it, maybe, but still, it should be moved. Maybe a place safer. Do you think maybe we take it? How far is? No, they would kill us on the way.
Mhm.
But yeah, I would put it in at least a defensive position. If you will.
Sure, yeah. We'll make sure we can get some of the stronger villagers around here to give us a hand in relocating this and getting it to a spot where we can make sure that we're all safe around here.
Okay.
And make sure you ask some questions to this hanging orc too. Yeah, he knows something for sure. But also, watch out for my buddy Gundy. He's very hurt, and I don't want him to die.
Uh, where is Gundren? I haven't seen him in a little while.
He's out back with Varys, watching out for the orc.
You hear Sildar real quick. Gundren, come over here real quick. I have something to say to you. You hear like these like little footsteps like stomping over like up to your guys' way. Hey, what is it, Sildar? You're going to you're planning on opening up a Wave Echo Cave again, right? Are you and Nundro going to make your way back over there anytime soon? That's the plan. So, and he looks over at you guys. What about if we put the this fragment somewhere by the cave? Would you think that would be helpful? I mean, it's quite a trek. I'm not sure how we can get it over there, but I feel like just the furthest away we can get it from here is the best. No? He's talking to you guys in general.
Yes.
Oh, well, that sounds
I
good.
think that's a good
Yeah.
idea. You could put it in the mouth of the cave and then or I'm just saying if you were really into it, most of the stuff in there's dead, but there's a lake in the back of it. You could throw it in the lake.
Oh, that's very smart.
But then I guess we couldn't get it back and save the world with a giant. I do like the idea of having a giant scepter. That does sound cool.
Sildar acknowledges that's a pretty solid idea, and Gundren says, yeah, we're definitely going to be getting back there, and fellas," and he once again gestures to the three of you, Lucan, Solrak, and Wilmore. Is like, meant to mention to you this earlier, but for all the help and all the trouble that you guys went through in helping me find Nundro, and open the cave back up and discover it and clear it out, I'll make sure that once we do finally get the smelter cavern going and the refinery going and everything, that for the rest of the time that we are running it, the Rockseeker brothers are running it, that you three get 10% of the mine's wealth.
Ooh.
Thank you, Gundy, and you tell Nundy to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. He's
As
been resting.
I go walking
each day.
away,
Mhm.
as I walk away, I say, "Hey, Gundren, thanks."
Solrak, it's the least I could do for someone who I consider a brother now.
And then as I'm walking away, then I say, "Hey, Gundy, I'll never forget that."
You see a little tear kind of just roll down his cheek. It goes down his nose to his cheek, and he tries to wipe it off like quickly, like so you can't see. He's like, puts his fist to his heart, just kind of nods at you and turns around.
And then before he keeps going, I go, "Hey, Gundy, thanks."
You're welcome.
I'm gonna jump down and just kind of pat Sorlak on the back, just be like, "Yep, buddy. Thanks. Yep." And keep going down the road.
Hans, say it one more time. Solrak.
Thanks.
That's gonna be the new favorite picture.
if you Google Carlos Garcia comedian, it's the third picture that comes up.
Yeah. With your help, I can be the first.
Well, no, it's the first picture is another picture of you, but I like this one better.
Whatever. I'll take it. You can check me out at Carlos Does the World on all social media, and I'll give you a laugh outside of the stream. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
But anyways, here. Now I'm done with my self-promotion. Yeah. It's a little shameless, but someone's got to do it.
That's
All
right.
right. So I think that's a good plan. If we come back here and the town's on fire, we'll know to go to Wave Echo Cave.
Like it. So, off to Waterdeep we go.
Yeah, so it's a keep in Waterdeep, and
Mhm.
then off to Deepholm, right? Perfect.
Oh, wow,
Daggerford.
Daggerford.
That's
Daggerford.
Carlos's hometown. Solrak's
Yeah.
hometown. But
Keep in
it is it's about 300 miles to Daggerford.
Oh god.
it's a bit of a hike.
We should get some horses.
Yeah. And we'll
Uh,
need to take a rest. at some
Honestly,
point, too.
I was looking it up, and horses literally, it's like takes you just as long to get on a horse as it does on feet. It makes
Okay.
I don't know why that makes sense or how it does make sense, but that are the rules as written.
All right.
It's like
Well,
it's like so like doing like overland travel. You guys can do at a slow pace. You guys can do 2 miles an hour, which is 18 miles a day, which gives you stealth like on your pace. You guys do a normal pace, which is 3 miles an hour, 24 miles a day. It's just like normal. Or you guys can do fast, 4 miles, 30 miles a day, but it gives you a -5 on your passive perception, and you can't use stealth. But you can push past that amount of miles too. It's just for each hour pass that you do that you travel, you have to do a con saving throw for the it's 10 plus the amount of hours that you've gone, I believe. So it's like on 1 hour pass, it's like you have to succeed 11, or else you get 1 point of exhaustion, and you do that for each hour passed.
Okay, so before we go on to this, we're gonna do all the rules. So we're gonna need to bring food, wood, fire, and all that good stuff.
You guys do need
Or it's
supplies.
highly recommended. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So I suggest we may we can go get some supplies, take a long rest, and then be off in the morning.
I
yeah,
like it.
I think that's the best idea.
But can we stand to leave this thing here till the morning? Should we move it and then rest?
I think we let the 15 other people here deal with that. I mean, we are adventurers after all.
All right. Sounds good.
Cool with
Nice.
me.
What's the first plan of action?
Because-
Get food and supplies and then rest.
All right, so
Yeah.
you guys
Oh,
want to role play it out?
Did you guys ever save the miner lady?
Oh, we
has my
couldn't
emerald.
find her actually,
No.
so we should look for her.
She's got my emeralds. She has 2
Oh.
emeralds.
Yeah, then we do need to get a hold of her.
Did you guys
Perhaps,
look for her in the rubble or no?
Yeah, we tried to find her in the rubble. We couldn't.
I did see 2 glowing ores, but it didn't look like they were emeralds. But I mean, I think we can definitely go check it out.
Well, I'm gonna go back. I tell you what, I'm gonna go back down to be like, that bitch got my money, and I'm gonna go down there and check out the rubble,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys can go start getting supplies.
And Solrak, actually, while you go ahead to go get some supplies, I'll be right there with you. I just got to go return these 4 shovels to Barthen's.
Okay, so in that case, let's put a little list together, guys. Shopping list. What do we need?
Shopping day.
What do we have? So everybody should have a bedroll. Sleep.
Yeah. Oh, and Nate, can
get some healing
can I pick up all the or can I take the rope back with me?
Yeah, I think they're fine without the rope.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to. let's see.
And give me one of their ropes, I guess, because I gave them my rope to hang this orc. So I think.
Okay. So I added one rope. So that means you'll be able to add 1 to Solrak.
Awesome.
Yep. But yeah, more food, I guess.
And
Yeah.
healing potions. We should definitely each have
Yeah.
3 potions again, like last time.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think so let me just get a list out. So we all have a bedroll and water skin, right?
I'll
We
make
all
a
have
list
that
because
in our
I'm gonna have to
bedroll.
come up with prices for all you guys. So go ahead and I'll keep
I
a list.
have water skin. I have 1 day's worth of rations.
Yeah. So we'll probably need.
1 day's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody started with 1 day's worth,
Yeah.
but on a slow pace, how long is the trip to Dagger to
That's like 40 days.
Water deep?
But we're going to Waterdeep first, right?
Here, let's go ahead and let me do this real quick.
Yeah, because it's Waterdeep, and then Daggerford, because we got to look at your boy
Look at this
Kirby.
mappy.
So from Phandalin to Waterdeep is 200, about 200 miles. So, what's that? 10 days or? Yeah, it's like 10 days on a slow normal pace.
10 days at the normal pace. Okay, so we'll get
Then
Call it
Daggerford's another almost 100, like 75 to 100 miles.
yeah, but
We'll
Waterdeep
just get
is
10
in the
days worth of
town.
food. Yeah, we'll get 10
Well, I
days.
would get
worth of food.
yeah, it would be 10 times 3, and then put a
Well,
buffer in. So I'd get 40 days worth of rations
There,
if we.
yeah, I mean that's definitely a fair idea also. But there is like, down the high road, there are a few different places that you guys will probably be stopping at in between also. I wouldn't imagine that you guys just leave Phandalin and make your way all the way down to Waterdeep without stopping in any
Oh, I see here.
village or town.
I see here. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll probably go down the high road through Lillian, Thornhold,
Mm-hmm.
and then go down to Waterdeep. So yeah, maybe we just do
Let's do
20,
20
but,
days.
you know, yeah.
20 days worth of food. 9 healing potions.
So 20 for each of you guys, right?
No, like I was thinking total, right?
20 total. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's a little less than 10 days.
You might as well just make it 21 so that we can just do
Oh, yeah.
3
That's cool.
times
Alright,
7.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good.
Look at you doing math.
Big math guy, numbers.
9 healing potions.
Yep, 3 each.
Okay.
9 healing potions.
What else do we need? Anything else? I think honestly,
Rations includes water, I'm guessing, right?
No, you need a water skin for that, and then you fill that up.
I gotcha,
It's
gotcha.
carries. Let me double check exactly how much it carries. I believe it's like 5 gallon. No, that sounds too much. Water skin. Four pints of liquid.
4 pints of liquids.
Yeah. 4
So
pints.
So that's a half gallon.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll probably need can we get like a barrel of water? Like, because we're gonna need a couple of them.
We need 1.5 gallons. So, oh shit! Did any of you guys get that little container that could fit like 5 gallons of water in it? And it was offered to you.
Nope,
that was
we didn't get
great.
anything.
They just got the pendant.
Nice.
Well, I mean, shit. I can't really take a water thing. Unless I'll see what they have.
Yeah, I mean, with the water skin and everything, it's like you usually have to fill that up with water that you get wherever. It's not like you
Yeah,
buy
yeah.
the thing filled up with water.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So we'll just fill up our water skins and
Exactly.
be good to go. So 21 rations. That we all have a water skin. We're gonna want to bring a shovel, unless we already have a shovel. I don't have a
That would
shovel.
be at Barthen's provisions.
Yeah,
Yep.
I guess we'll go ahead and buy one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
you
do
can
one
give him money for
shovel. We'll do block and tackle.
Bait and tackle.
Uh,
Or is it block? Is it block?
there's a block and tackle. Yeah,
Huh. What's block? Let's see.
Would that
You can-
also
oh,
be a Barthen's provision?
that's for lifting.
Yeah, it's like
That's
a pulley
rope and
system.
stuff. Yeah. Because we've already got rope, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that would be a Barthen's provisions too. So Luke, you can get that.
Pots and
And-
pans.
Wait, hold on. What was that called again?
It's called block and tackle. We'll do a pan, so we can cook food, and then water canteen.
Well,
we've
I
already got
think
rope.
does someone have like a mess kit
Yes, I do.
that
Does that
has
come with
that's a cup
So you
and
can cook.
cutlery?
Yeah.
I think it's plates.
Yep, cooking pan
Yeah.
and a plate, shallow bowl. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
So then we're
then-
good.
Yeah. So then that covers, and then we're also gonna get a crowbar because for some reason we don't have a crowbar.
I have a crowbar.
You have a crowbar?
Nemeth
Okay,
Nemeth
okay.
has one too. If you guys want to steal one from him.
Yeah. We'll probably I go steal one from him. So 21 rations, 9.
Yeah, we
healing
have to go
potions.
check on him before we leave. I guess we left him, threw him under the bar when the shit went down. So I guess we should see what he's up to before we go. Perhaps you can
Fair
finish taking
enough.
that helmet of him.
We could try again
Yeah, it's worth it.
and get some soap.
For the bird, perhaps.
There
Yep.
we go again. You want me to drop you again, Chaddington?
Oh yeah.
Some soap for the bird bath.
Luke dropped you from 20 feet in the air and did 12 points of damage to you.
Why did he do that?
Because you made an ignorant bird joke. And
While
by
I
you, I
wasn't
mean
here.
Nate.
And then he laid hands on you at least because I yelled at him.
And I actually gave you
for
more
13.
health than what you started with, so you're welcome.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Right to the bank.
Amazing. All right.
And,
So, anything else that you guys were picking up? I'm gonna get back
the
to
only
the
other thing
Phandalin scene.
is a miner's pick. Yeah. If we don't have one already. Okay, that's good.
That would also be a Barthen. So Luke, you can get that.
Yep.
And I'll get the food and the healing shit.
Yep, and then I'll go see if I can get my emeralds back.
All right.
Cute.
All right. So, Luke Ganj and Solrak, you guys are making your way up to Barthen's Provisions. Is that
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So, you
Well,
got, yeah.
is Solrak coming with me?
That is just wait. I thought the food and the healing potions were in a different place than Barthen's.
Yeah. They had like the local Trader Joe's or something?
Uh,
Yeah.
no, you'll get all that from him.
Okay,
All right, cool. Then yeah, let's go together.
All right. So here, you can hold some of these shovels.
Yeah.
then.
Yep. Everything from that you guys listed, yeah, you can get from him.
Perfect.
Excellent.
As long as it's under 50
Alright.
gold pieces. Yep, that's cool.
All right.
That's his style.
So-
So you guys come in. Do you want to go ahead and ask him everything, or you want me to just tell you how much it's gonna cost?
Yeah, you can just tell us.
Yeah. Okay. So 410, 412,
Four-
415 gold pieces for everything.
And that's with me
we'll go-
returning the 3 shovels and only buying 1, correct?
Yeah, no, but I wasn't saying that you're buying them. We'll call it 400 gold pieces for everything.
Yeah.
Well, I have 292 on me.
And I
Yeah,
have 276. So yeah, we're fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just divide it 3 ways. So you said what, 400?
Yeah, I can make it.
Yeah.
Would be easier? 42,
You wanna just do, like-
420 or 3.
Yeah, always 420. Yeah, so
Three.
134 times 3, whatever that is, right? 130.
Yeah.
We'll round up 402.
So 134.
Yeah, so it's 134 apiece.
Cool.
And what did we get? 134.
Got 21 rations, so 7 each of you. 3 healing potions each of you. One of you guys bought a shovel. One of you got a block and tackle. Luke got some soap, and a pick, miner's pick.
Miner's pick.
Was there anything else that you guys wanted?
Wait, can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Each one of you got 7 rations,
Yeah.
3 potions.
Yeah.
Potion of healing. A shovel for someone, block and tackle for someone, soap for you, and pick.
Ah, you bitch.
I'll take the shovel because I'm stronger.
So
I'll-
so
I'll
who
hold
has
the
rope?
block. I have the rope, so I'll hold the block and tackle.
Okay, and then I'll take the miner's pick.
Yep.
Perfect.
And it was +7 rations.
Yep.
All right. So Wilmore, you're now making your way down to the miners' exchange, correct? You are there.
Yes.
You're checking it out. What's going on? What are you doing?
So I am going to start kind of looking through the rubble, kind of hollering out. What was her name? Was it Hilda? Crap. Got too many notes. Like my workbook.
Halia.
Helga?
Halia.
Helga. Yeah. Helia. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna be like, Helia, you're here, and I'm gonna like start going through the rubble.
Don't hear anything as you call out and you're digging through like the remaining it's just like kind of coals. All the embers have gone out. It's just like gray and black burnt wood destroyed. building is not intact anymore. Everything is demolished. It's ground level to you. You're digging around, looking around, calling out Helia's name, looking for her. Make a perception check.
Perception. 15.
So yeah, you're looking around, kind of pulling up some of the material, the broken debris on the ground. You find some. I was telling Luke that he found this also. You see some raw ore. It looks like something that maybe was about to be weighed, like polished and like examined and checked out and everything. You see also a kind of like a cannonball-sized dodecahedron with these golden handles on two sides. As you get a little bit closer, you notice like it emits like a little bit of a dull, kind of faintly glowing gray light to it. And then as you like kind of push around a little bit more of the debris, you see a hand sticking out.
I am going to kind of feel the hand for a pulse, if I can.
Yeah, you feel the hand. Doesn't seem to be a pulse clicking through.
That's how he finds his dates too.
I'm gonna cast from my watch the detect magic.
Yeah.
To look at the golden thing and kind of just really everything.
Yeah. So you got the compass out using detect magic, which you've already done once today, also. So you're down to I think just one more
left.
now. Yeah. So yeah, you do pick up like a faint magical aura coming from this this dodecahedron.
Yeah, how big is it? Can I take it?
It's like a cannonball sized.
All right, I'm gonna try taking it.
All right, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Stealth check. Okay, but so, or I guess I wouldn't know that yet. All right, cool. Stealth check. 16.
Okay. You're able to, you're digging through, and you're able to slide this, kind of, this dodecahedron with golden handles on both sides. You're able to just slide it into like your bag that you have. Looking around, make sure no one's like seeing you do this as you're like kind of stealing from a burned down building with a dead lady inside of it. And yeah, you're able to seal it.
Perfect. And now I'm gonna try to dig her out.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make a strength check. So she can push away to the side and get her out. Yeah, you are able to push away some of the debris that's on top of her, and to the side of her, and you see her body just lying there, breathless. Just looks like she's been, the weight of the roof and everything collapsing on top of her just kind of done her in.
I look around. Can anybody see me?
Doesn't look like anyone is like looking at you right now in particular. There are people out front of the wood shop, and then Sister Gariel is standing down at the Shrine of Luck, also in the center of town. She might not be able to see you too clearly from there, but yeah.
I crawl back into the rubble as far as I can to be sure no one can see me, and then I put on my invisibility ring.
Okay.
Crawl back out, and I loot her pockets.
Okay.
I kind of like pat her down, looking for my emerald.
What a dick!
She's got my emeralds, man.
Yeah, you're digging around, looking. She doesn't seem to, you find like a satchel on her, like holding some of her personal belongings. You're looking around, don't seem to find your emeralds. But you do, and like in this like satchel of her personal belongings, she does have 2 onyx stones and 5 pieces of moonstone.
I can't take that. I'll be nice, and I'm gonna leave that in there. I'm gonna crawl back into the hole, take off my invisibility ring, come back out, and just be like, ugh, I think she's dead. So I'm gonna pick her up and I'm gonna take her over to I really wish you could like highlight over these people and see their names because I already forgot the one girl's name.
See, I think they're adding it. I see. I can go over and see them. Are you talking about Lenine, or which one?
The one at the Luck. That's one of the Harpers with me.
Sister Gariel.
Sister Gariel. Yeah. So I'm gonna pick up her dead body, and I'm gonna carry her over to Sister Gariel.
All right. Up here.
Yeah. Put myself up there as well. And I'm gonna go, Sister Gariel. Looks like we had a good casualty. I know she wasn't fond of us, but you should see that she gets a fine burial. She deserves it. And, you know, if you want, there may be some precious gemstones on her to help pay for it.
She like looks at the body that you have laid down in front of her. It's like so sad to see what has happened to this town. Definitely make sure that she gets the burial that she deserves. And Wilmore, we cannot thank you enough for helping protect us here in Phandalin.
It is my pleasure. It is what we're here for. Harp on, my friend. She has no idea what that means.
We've never seen fire giants around here, and it just seems odd that they would make their way over here without just receiving some sort of warning from other Harper agents.
Do we know if there would be any Harper agents that would have any information on the fire giants? Perhaps we think they're here looking for an ancient artifact.
Well, I'm sure that there are some Harper agents up in the north, closer to Iron Slug, that would know more about the fire giants. But I just want to make sure that the other Harpers they're aware of the gravity of this situation, and in case the fire giants they do come back, we can prepare to take appropriate action. So I have a favor to ask of you.
Yes.
Take this Harper Platinum badge, and she pulls out just a little simple platinum heart-shaped badge, and hands it over to you. Take this and travel south down the high road to Carneth Roadhouse. It's just on the mid-eastern edge of the Mere of Dead Men. It's an old roadhouse, and it's ran by a one-eyed half-orc named Dral Thalev. I'll go ahead and type that in there for you real quick so you have that.
Eastern edge of the Dead Mirror, okay?
Yeah, Mere of Dead Men.
Okay.
Let's see. Yep. Yeah, if you go talk to the one-eyed half-orc who runs it, Dral, he might be able to help you. Travelers on the high road, they stop by the Carneth Roadhouse for supplies and to get something to eat and drink and a little bit of rest. The rooms there, I'll be honest, they aren't the nicest, but any room is better than being out in the wild down there, especially around there. If you and the other guys, make your way down there, give him, mention my name, show him this badge, and he will be able to help connect you with the other Harpers and make sure that they are aware of the situation and the gravity of it.
I will take this, and I will definitely make sure that all the Harpers understand the gravity of the situation.
Thank you. Just, again, make sure that you are careful around the Mirror of Dead Men. I cannot emphasize that enough.
Why must we be so careful?
It's... the name holds up to it. It's, just these desolate swamplands that were flooded years ago, and it's just filled with the bodies of dead people strewn all throughout it. And it's been known that there are two black dragons that lurk around there.
Okay, well that is good to know. We will definitely keep that in mind.
Yes. Just make sure you get to the Carnath Roadhouse, and Drow will take care of you.
I appreciate the information.
Absolutely.
All right,
Harp
off
on.
we go. Harp on, my friend.
Harp
And I just look at her, and then I just kind of like moonwalk away, and then like while she's still seeing me, I just turn and start running as fast as I can.
Awesome.
And I guess I'm gonna go back to the bar, and hopefully the friends know to meet me there, since we didn't say anything about that.
Alright, we'll go ahead and just throw you in the bar then.
We were way ahead of you. We were already 2 pints of mead down.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so all these people in here, they are not currently in here except for the Stonehills.
Mr. Tross, right?
And Tross.
3 potions.
Yeah, so you guys make your way into the Stonehill Tavern. It's looking a lot more desolate than it normally does. Not as many people in there celebrating, having drinks, bites to eat. All the sconces and lanterns in there, they're blown out, not lit. And the Stonehills, Toblin and Trelina, and their son Pip, they are all kind of barricaded in there. Trelina's got a short sword in her hand. Toblin has a little bow, and Pip just with a dagger hiding behind his dad's leg. And you walk in and you see Albatross, drunk behind the bar. He's laying down on the ground, and as you guys make your way in, he sticks his head up, plants his forearms firmly on the bar, kind of lifting himself up to get up his head above the bar, the countertop. Says, "You guys done making all that noise out there? Jesus Christ, I'm trying to sleep."
Oh, typical lazy birds, just mooching
Hey,
off
hey, whoa. Hey, don't bring me into this now, Solrak.
I mean, you're a cool
yeah.
bird, You're a cool bird. You're one of the fly ones, But this one,
There you go again.
You're pretty fly for a white bird.
Hey, I'll drop you again. You just wait.
I'm gonna hop behind the bar and be like, yeah, guys, you guys, we really need to be nicer to Albatross. He's having a bad day. So here, why don't we just lay your head down? I'm gonna just kind of put my hands on the helmet again and try to pick it up off his head so he can lay down nice and gently.
she's singing a lullaby too.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go, sweet dreams, my little bird man. I hope they are prettier than you.
Go ahead and do a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Come on, daddy. Oh,
Yes,
give me
sir.
a shit.
Yep,
Give me a shit.
you're able to sneak it off his head, as he's just kind of being belligerent, and he looks like he's about to just curl up and go back to sleep again.
All right. Well, you know what, buddy? You just sleep down here, and I think we're gonna take a nice little rest.
Yep. And I feel bad because we just slowly but surely made him an alcoholic and then robbed him blind, and now we're just gonna leave him in a bar. So I'm gonna leave him. I'm gonna buy him a pint and leave it next to him his sleeping body. So
Chaddington, I don't know if you want to be taken up on that offer, but I still have this other pop brownie.
And I'm gonna be like, you know what? We have a long day tomorrow, so of course I'll get high as balls tonight. And I am half his size though, so I'm only gonna take half of that.
And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you the pendant to see if you encounter anything. And
Thank you.
and I'm going to throughout the night. I mean, I'm gonna get my rest, but I'm gonna periodically check on him, make sure he's all right throughout the night, so that he doesn't go through.
You got to get 6 hours of uninterrupted sleep to make sure that you get that long rest.
6 hours of uninterrupted sleep. Okay, so
Yeah. So yeah, well, hopefully
maybe.
Good luck.
Yeah.
So I'm going to. I don't know. I don't know how you want me to do that, Nate. Because I guess he's just gonna give it back to me when he's done.
What, the pendant or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need to like switch it out of your inventory or anything.
All right. Cool.
All right, well,
Alright.
I'm gonna sleep for 4 hours. Wake up, take the pot brownie, and I'll talk to you about that in a little bit.
You're
So
gonna,
I
you're gonna
maybe
sleep
skip
for
the ball
4
and
hours?
and then take the pot brownie, sleep for 2 more hours, and then wake up in my sleep high as balls. Or I guess, yeah, I guess I'll just sleep for the 6 hours up front. Pot brownie will be
Yeah,
fat.
because it needs to
Yeah,
be
we'll do that.
uninterrupted.
Yep, I didn't forgot that.
Yeah,
I gotta see. Am I attuned to all my stuff that I need to be on?
yeah. You're maxed out on attuned stuff. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Alright,
and I'm
cool.
just
Just
not
making
gonna
sure.
attune to his helmet. Is that helmet in the equipment, or could you
Yeah, it's
pick it up and
Helm of the Hawk, something like that.
HAWK Hat of Wizardry, Helmet of the Hawk. Perfect. All right,
There
I'm
we
just gonna
go.
put the Helm of the Hawk on.
And you guys are going
Oh,
upstairs,
yeah.
going to bed. Is that what's
Yeah.
going on?
Yep.
Say that day went on. You guys helped out with a few other activities around the town. You guys talked to the Lord's Alliance people about what to do with the fragment. You guys healed up Gundren and Eamon, and you guys saw Eamon and Thrun and Varus go back to the carnival, which the carnival was like packed up. Like any of the vendors there, like they grabbed their shit and they left like immediately. The big top was still set up, but there was no one like around it or anything. And the three of them, they kind of just like made their way over there to like kind of grab their belongings and all that good stuff too. Um, by the time the night comes around, though, you guys are ready to call it, call it a night. Take it easy. You guys do the stuff with Albatross, buy him a drink and everything. Silrack, mark off like 2 silver pieces for that, and then yeah, you guys head upstairs. Luke gives Wilmore a baked brownie, and what's going on when you guys go upstairs?
In my room, I'm shining, I'm Talon, and I'm looking at it, and I'm finally preparing for my revenge. I smile and I pray to my family, to my dead mother, and I say, our time is coming. Our time is coming.
I'm
I
gonna
like it.
I'm gonna cut my pot brownie in half and put one right next to my bed on a nice little plate,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of hide the other one so I don't eat it. And then I'm gonna go get 6 hours of sleep and then wake up and eat my pot brownie.
Sounds good. Solrak, I want you. You get a point of inspiration.
Oh, nice.
And I want you, Wilmore, to roll a d10. Luke, Gons, you doing anything?
I am just going to bed.
All right. Just kind of laying in bed and closing your eyes right away.
Yep.
All right.
Trying to get some rest. It was a long day.
A 6.
He's trying to jerk off, but he's got bird feathers, so he can't.
Okay.
Yep.
And do you have Wilmore? You have the pendant now, too.
Yes.
Yeah, your mic was away from your face or something, but that's fine. I heard you. So yep, you guys all make your way to your quarters, go to get some sleep. Wilmore breaks his brownie in half, lays half of it in a safe place, and then eats the other half. Closes his eyes and kind of drifts off to sleep a little.
That's after I sleep. I do my 6 hours and then I eat the brownie.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So yeah, you guys all have fallen asleep then already. Wilmore wakes up a little bit earlier than the two of you. Eats his pot brownie or his baked brownie in general. Maybe it's not pot. Who knows? And yeah, a couple of minutes goes by. So not really feeling much. couple more minutes go by. It's maybe lights are getting a little bit brighter. Colors are kind of getting a little more intense. A few more minutes go by. He's starting to giggle a little bit to himself. The lantern that's sitting on his table, it's doing like a hula hoop dance to him, and it's just he's like just like looking at it and like giggling, and it reminds me of times that he used to like play around as a kid, like playing like stupid games with his friends and everything, and nothing too crazy. It's just kind of like intense colors, seeing some movement of some things. He's got the giggles. Overall, like he's like he can't get this like shit-eating grin off his face, like so much that his cheeks are starting to hurt, and it's like hurting his temples a little bit. How much he's just like grinning and smiling. Like Wilmer's like, this shit's fucking awesome. I'm having a blast, and all of a sudden, you can start hearing like the sound of like Solrak's voice in your head, and you just hear him saying like things like, "Mother, I'm gonna get my revenge. Don't worry, I'll be coming down there soon." And you know he's going off with like things like that, and then you start hearing Luke Ganj too, in your head, and he starts doing like, "Paka, da, and yeah, it's almost like yeah, you can hear them like talking, and for a second you laugh and you go, and you hear Luke Ganj stop for a second, and he goes, and you go, and then it's like you guys are like talking telepathically with each other for a second, and then you're like, hold on 1 second, and you focus on Solrak, and you go, Solrak's got a tiny dick, and he goes, no.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, and for the next you, for whatever reason, it seems you seem to have a telepathic bond right now between your two party members.
Perfect. That was some good weed. I'm gonna pick up the other half of the brownie and put it in my pocket for later.
All right.
All right.
Now we took a short rest or a long rest.
Long. So everything's restored. You know, you can recover half your hit dice, so two hit dice, and also you guys all level up to actually we'll make that 3 hit dice because you guys are leveling up to level 6.
Oh shit!
Hey.
Wait, what do you mean, hit dice?
When you take a short rest, you can roll one of your hit dice, which is like for you a D8, I believe, or a D10. I think it's D10. And like when you take a short rest, you know, you roll that D10, add your Constitution modifier, and that's like how much health you can get back. And you can roll as many hit dice as you have for what level you are. And then when you take a long rest, you can recover those hit dice by the half amount of your total level. So since you guys are now level 6, you could recover 3 of those hit dice that you spent.
I think I got it.
Yeah, each time you take a short rest and you're down health, like you use a hit die to recover your health.
Yes.
And you add your Constitution modifier to that, and that's how much health you get on that. And so if you like say roll a D8 plus your con, say your con's 2, and you roll a 6, you get 8 health back. And say you're still down 10 more health, so you're like, okay, I'm gonna roll another one, and you get another 6 health, and you're like, okay, I'm fine there. So that means you spent 2 hit dice, right? Which means on your next long rest, you can recover those 2. You can recover up to 3 total, half your level total, right?
Okay, yeah. All right, now I get it.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Any other questions about that? Anyone?
Nope.
Cool.
Nope.
Yeah, so you guys
Just
are
so
level
you-
6. You guys, if you want to take this time real quick to update that shit, so before you guys get rolling, and that's all good.
Just so you
Yep.
know, Nate, I'm taking the bountiful luck trait.
Okay.
So
That means anyone
anytime
around you,
anyone
right?
rolls
Yeah.
Yeah. If anybody rolls a 1 on an attack roll, ability check, or a saving throw, I can let them re-roll it.
Yeah. What's the distance?
30 feet.
30 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Love it. And then don't some of my that goes there. Okay, back to the sheet. And I guess it's noon, so my loot refreshes. And then does what's the deal with the compass? 1d4 daily at dawn. So I'm assuming it's been dawn, right? So I'm gonna roll a d4 for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. I'll roll a d4. I get back 2, so I get them both back.
Very nice.
And then my loot, and it's past noon, so I get that charge back too. Perfect. All right. Lock, stock, ready to roll.
All right, it is now the next morning. It's yeah, it's a bit of a cloudier day. I'll still like get some warmth in the air, but it's probably the cloudier day that has been since you guys got into Phandalin. And make your way up in the morning. Wilmore is still like feeling like stoned, and you still have this. I don't know if you saw it. Did it work in the Discord? Yeah, I sent the telepathy spell in there.
Oh, perfect.
So you literally have that with your 2 teammates for until I say so.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. Anything that you guys do when you wake up in the morning, in your domiciles?
I'm going to jump out of bed and run on over to Wilmore's room and be like, "So, how was the brownie?"
And I'm just gonna telepathically in his brain go, "Baka!"
What the fuck?
And give him a big old thumbs up.
I just realized I messaged that telepathy to the wrong Discord channel.
Everyone's like, "What the hell is that?"
Sorry, AboveVTT. I sent that to you.
They're like, "Yes, that is a spell."
Yeah, that's a spell. Yep. All right, go on, guys. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I just went, "Baka!"
What the
With
fuck
the
did
big
you just
old-
do, man?
Yeah, with just a big old thumbs up. And then I'm just gonna go hand him back his little mirror thing, and just kind of walk aimlessly down the stairs. And as I walk down the stairs, I'm gonna talk to Sorlak's head and be like, I'm not gonna do that. And say, come on, let's get going. There's moms to avenge.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I said specifically that between the hours of noon and 12:03 that my brain is to not be disturbed. These are my dirty time thoughts, okay? I don't want you in here now.
I mean, I'm here for the dirty time, my friends.
Okay. And you're gonna think this is a little weird. And then I show him all this creepy stuff that Sorlak is into, including, some kind of bird porn in there. There's definitely some porn that looks just like Wilmore Chattington for some reason. The porn star does, and he even uses a lute to do sexy things to the lady in the act.
This is music to my pants, friends.
I told you I didn't want you in here. I specifically said I did not want you in here. Now you know why.
I tell you what, next
good
time
stuff
I'll
now.
just come in the back door instead of the frame.
hey, the back door is exactly the next scene. So just stay here for a little bit and you'll see it.
And I'm going to round the corner and see. Oh, you got this this bird porn, I see. Oh, I see you're into oh god, what's her name? Brandy Dove, eh?
These what you're looking at are these like very meticulously like hand painted pictures on like parchment paper that Solrak just like carries around like in his satchel. Each one of them, like he's like showing you each one. Like I said, they're very meticulously painted. Like someone spent a lot of time making sure that these are elegantly done. But he's showing you them, and it's like as he shows you the next one, they're all like in a pile. You hear like as like he's pulling the top one off and it's like stuck together and just like looking at it, like
Gross.
I'm gonna say into Luke Ganja's brain, so Sorlak can't hear us. I bet you his mom made him. And then I'm just gonna go down and get breakfast.
And I'm going to follow in complete disgust.
I'm gonna look at what? What?
Mhm.
What? 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 I'm gonna follow. I'm also gonna follow.
So you guys come down to us still in the morning. Usually there's a few people down here having breakfast and everything by the time you guys would come up, but no one seems to be in here today. Trelina is just like kind of sweeping the floors and Toblin cleaning the mugs out and arranging like the stock behind the bar and the bottles and the cask and kegs and everything.
Well, I think we need to fill up our water skins, fill up our bellies, head on out.
Let's do it. And I'm gonna be keeping a steady eye on Sorlak, make sure he doesn't do any funny business to Mr. Albatross. Now that I know he's got this weird bird fetish.
What? 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 You guys? Why are you looking at me like that?
Toblin hears you guys sit down at the bar and he puts down the mug and the glasses that he's like cleaning out. Hey there, fellas. What can I get for you today?
You seem a little somber there, Toblin. Everything doing all right?
It breaks my heart to see the town like this. We were just getting back on our feet again, and you know these people don't deserve this. And I feel so bad for the people who had their shops affected and their livelihoods taken from them. I feel lucky to be still standing here, but still not so lucky that we were the target.
I agree. Hopefully, the next time they come back, you guys are more prepared now that the Lord's Alliance is here.
I know what it's like to lose everything and everyone. So at least have faith that it wasn't all destroyed. Your town still stands. So like Chattington said, you can still learn from this, and you can be stronger. And kick these bastards down their fucking throats. Don't let them take you down.
Thank you, Solrak. We needed some words of encouragement like that. It's never would have expected that around here, and it just I can't thank you guys enough for everything that you've done.
That's
No
what we're here
problem.
for, my friend. We've learned to sort of like you guys, I guess.
The feeling's mutual, and then he looks down at Luke Ganja and Albatross, and he kind of cups like his mouth like just towards you. It's like, well, somewhat.
Wait, what'd they say?
Somewhat. And you appreciate it, you know.
Damn right, somewhat.
Mhm.
That. Well, with that said, how about you give us some water and some food? Could we get a bite to eat before we go off to save another town of people that don't like us?
Wilmore, you're heading out of Phandalin?
Yes, we are actually heading our way south,
Well,
down to Waterdeep.
just another
Hiram.
another dagger to the heart. This best part of Friday nights is you playing your music here in Stonehill Inn and getting people back on their feet and forgetting about their troubles for a little while.
Well, I assure you, my friend, we'll be back. We'll be back with a vengeance.
Hope that's sooner than later. But
Me
you
too,
guys,
my friend.
you want me to fill up these water skins for you? That's not a problem.
That would be great, and then maybe we can fill our bellies for this morning just one more time and share some good times with you before we're off to the next adventure.
Yeah, just one more time, I guess. The usual, the chickens and waffles.
Absolutely. Extra chicken.
You know me too well, yes.
Alright.
And make them extra crispy. I love to watch them burn.
And Luke Ganj, the bird sausage.
I'll have a salad.
He loves to toss those salads, so make sure you don't toss it for him. He'll toss it for you.
We haven't quite gotten on the salad train yet. It's a newer product around these parts. We haven't gotten on that yet. But we do have some birdaroni.
Well, don't worry. In the lands where he's from, they call it America. They figured out a way to put potatoes and mayonnaise into a bowl, and then they call that a salad.
Oh, well,
so,
we have that.
So you can do anything, I guess. I found. I didn't know that could constitute a salad, but apparently it does. Yeah.
We have.
You're making fun of birds here, if that's what you're getting off to at night, Solrak.
Whoa. What I get off to
Whoa,
between
whoa,
hours 12 and
whoa.
12:03 for my business. That's why I called that earlier. Yeah.
Solrak, that's illegal in some towns and villages.
And that's why I'm glad I'm in Fendelin, where it's totally legal.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Solrak.
Oh.
But the birdaroni sounds lovely.
All right, I'll have Trelina put that right in for you. I mean
That'd be
the
great.
order. She's not gonna slide it in you or anything. All right. So.
No, only Solrak.
Yeah, he walks down to the other end of the bar and kind of like tells Trelina the order, and she goes wandering off back to the back room. Any last conversation you guys have in here? Anything?
I think it's time to eat.
I look over at him, by the way, and I say, by the way, we're going to be leaving this certain bird behind. I feel like he might be more use to you than to us right now. When he sobers up, feel free to, make him your indentured servant or something. I feel like he at least owes you some dishes to wash or something. He for at least stinking up the joint. Smells like shit.
Yeah, he absolutely does. Does he ever sober up?
I mean, sometimes he does, but you just gotta catch him, from time to time. Like once every 6 days or so, he's sober enough. But other than that, he's a mess. So between that, just cut him off, and he'll be like a puppy until you give him some more alcohol or weed. It's usually how it goes.
Is he how is he with the flute?
Ooh. Well, he is no Chattington, but some might say they remind him of a young Kenny G. If he was playing it with his anus.
Kenny Goblin. Haven't heard his music in a while.
I hear you.
Yeah,
He's fantastic. Best goblin I've ever seen.
if he can play some music around here, I think we might be able to take care of him for a little while.
Worst case scenario, he sucks. Best case scenario, you can always just eat him, and fry up those tasty wings. You never know.
Bird fetish.
You see his eyebrows raise. He's like, "All right, no, that's not a bad idea." So you got yourself a deal, Solrak.
Well, that's why I'm glad we're friends, my friend. Here you go. And then I just kind of kick over the dirty bird because I don't want to touch him, So I just kind of slide him with my foot. He's just pass out.
His head sloshes over, hits the table, and bounces back up and says, "I'll take an eggplant parm." The food comes out. Trelina comes bringing it over. Slides these hot plates of the chicken and waffles in front of the two of you, Solrak and Wilmore, and the birdaroni in front of Luke Ganj. And says, "Here, fellas. It's been so nice to know you guys. Please don't be strangers, and don't forget Fandolin. All right?"
We'll never forget you.
Absolutely not. We'll be back to rock and roll soon enough.
It sounds good, and I hope you enjoy these chicken and waffles. It's a new breading recipe that we did. Added some extra some cayenne peppers into that.
I love cayenne. spicy.
It's a little spicy. Alright, you guys
Alright.
enjoy the food that's put in front of you, and yeah, you heading out? Is that the deal?
Let's
do it.
roll.
I think we're ready to roll.
Okay, back out into Phandalin, and you guys are just rolling up north, taking the Tribord Trail to the high road.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Let me show you the map again so that
But
you
I
guys
thought
can
that was
see.
south.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you gotta head north to get south. So
Oh
you,
yeah, I see
you
now.
guys
I
are
see
in
now.
Phandalin here.
Yep. So
Yeah,
we're gonna go up and then
yeah.
make a left.
Left.
Yep.
We'll go west.
So you guys will yeah, or do you guys can just like cut over to the high road if you want to. It might be a little bit more difficult terrain territory, but totally your call.
I say we take the road.
Taking the road.
Take the road.
Ah, right.
However, should we do we need to worry about taking the road considering the attack that we just did? Should we try to maybe hide out?
Luke Ganj was able to see when he flew up in the air that it looked like, the direction that they came from was like kind of like down this way that I just pinged. Southwest of Phandalin.
All right.
I mean, it don't matter, I guess. How much time would we save if we cut across?
Um
Would we save time though? Because there's no road. That's
yeah, it might take you like to get through the train a little bit more time to do that. So yeah, you guys can just take the road if you want to.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, let's take the road. Let's just take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easier.
Those cicadas.
Let me turn the
Right?
volume down.
It sounds like outside.
Let me get rid of all these motherfuckers too. So this is just you guys pretty much heading. You guys made your way north a little bit, out of Phandalin. Finally got your way onto the Tribord Trail. It's just the three of you, Luke Ganj, Wilmore, and Solrak. I guess, like I said, it's a bit of a let me turn that volume down just a little bit. It's a bit of a cooler day today. It's now about, as you guys have made your way out from the inn and everything, made your way up here onto the Tribord Trail. In the day, it's roughly 2:30, 3 o'clock. Nothing too notable has happened so far. You guys have gone up, seen a few different like kind of trees on your east and west. You notice like Cragmaw Castle in the distance again, as you guys kind of like were walking by that way. This path carries a lot of traders on it, so it's a very worn down path. People make their way all the way from Phandalin and Neverwinter all the way over to like Tribor and to the Dasaran Desert and other places all the way to the east. And yeah, the day continues to go on a little bit longer, taking your time as you guys finally see the intersection of the road where the Tribor Trail and the High Road meet. North to go up to Neverwinter, and then south down to Daggerford and Waterdeep and everything.
I guess we'll go south.
Sure.
Yep.
And so at this time, day has gone by a little bit more. It's probably closer to 5, 6 in the afternoon, evening now. The clouds are, partially covering the sun, making it the temperature a little bit cooler now as the day progresses. The cool air lingers, and you can smell like the fresh grass around you. You've been heading west, for a little while off the Tribord Trail. Now you're heading south down the high road, and as you're heading down the high road, you pass by these trees that are now to your west, and open waters way in the distance to your east, past these trees and everything. You guys take a moment to ponder and reflect on the past couple of weeks. These people in your group who are just recent friends of yours, you've come to know as some of the closest people to you in all of Faerun now. And you know just as well as you have their backs that they have yours as well. And there's like a sense of camaraderie in your group, a bond that seems too strong to break. And everyone knows that a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. None of you guys want to be that weak link, and that kind of mindset, it keeps you guys all like persevering and pushing forward any obstacle that's thrown in your way. And I mean, this like this world full of monsters and atrocities and everything, you may have to fight your way to the top, and no one can do that alone. So you guys are just like thankful that you guys have each other. And in this moment that you guys are like kind of thinking this, what do you guys talk about?
Best friends. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. That was really
Well-
crazy, you guys. You should have listened to us, but I am glad that we did our duty.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think we're just happy to be making it out alive, and the fact that
We're able to help avenge your mother's death.
However,
Yeah.
I must warn you guys. Everything that we've seen so far has been terrible. It's nothing like what we're gonna deal with when it's time for me to exalt my revenge. So we must be ready, and we must stay sharp, and we must get stronger and stronger every day, or else we will be the ones to perish.
absolutely.
Yeah, we almost took down a fire giant, so I think we've got a little bit of power in us. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Don't underestimate what these bastards can do. I have a feeling we'll need all the strength that we can get.
Yes, 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 yes. Hopefully, on this trip, we'll be able to uh, meet some new friends and maybe get a little bit better gear. I've got some ideas once we get down to the roadhouse on how we could potentially acquire some more assets, but we'll see. We will see.
I always like a plan with Roadhouse. Let's do it.
Can I get a marching order?
I'll be in the back.
I'll go first since I would know where I'm going.
Yeah, and I'll be second. It's like that.
Okay. All right. So Solrak first, Wilmore,
Roadhouse.
and then Lukanj. All right. So yeah. As you guys make your way just a little bit further down the high road, Solrak hears a growling sound up ahead, right off the beaten path, followed by some barking and some whining.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I said this is exactly what I was worried about. I take out Talon. Boys, we're in trouble.
Could you hear that sound?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Fucking terrifying.
And I'm gonna hold my light bringer up in the air, and I'm gonna let you know it is glowing right now.
Thank you. All right. So you guys, what's going on? Is you guys running down?
Yeah, we gotta keep running as fast as possible. Keep moving
And-
down, boys.
And I'm gonna be flying like behind them. I would say like 15 feet in the air.
Okay. So as you fly into the air, you see down to what is your southeast, but it's really like, or I guess it looks like, yeah, I guess that's southeast. It would be your southwest from your perception right now, but yeah, it's southeast on the screen. You see a giant brown bear, like a massive brown bear. It's on its back, two legs, showing its like massive size and power, and looking like it's ready to attack a mastiff that's standing there. The bear lets out a ferocious growl as it lunges towards the mastiff, and lunges towards it with its toothy maw. And let's see. Sorry, I should have had this up already. Did that go to the game log?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yep, and he bites the bear, or bites the dog rather, and he does 8 points of damage on it as you see the dog go down, and it's unconscious right now, but the bear bites down on it. And you see the dog crying out in pain as this bear is chomping down on it, and yeah, this dog is looking weak and crying out in pain. Guys, what are you doing?
I'm gonna put Talon away and take out my powerful longbow. I'm gonna take a shot at the bear.
Okay, sure. Yeah, the bear doesn't see you right now, so I'll let you guys get a quick round.
I'll roll. Why am I still 15? So I'll come kind of back here behind the tree.
Oh, I
and
need to reload
Eldritch
your
Blast.
token. Your sheet rather.
All right. Ooh, I got a 20 to hit the bear.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Killing me.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm locked out on the thing.
And-
That's
Yeah,
11 damage.
Cool, with 11 damage.
Damn.
And Nate, I am going to hold on. Do just a little whisper of a little cacao so the bear don't hear me. And I am going to puff up my feathers and then cast my spiritual weapon right on the bear.
Okay, cool.
And so let's see. 16.
16 hits.
All right. 5.
5 damage on the bear.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna hit him up with Eldritch Blast.
All right.
First one in the chat. Ooh, that's a 7. Is that a miss? I take it.
7 misses. Yeah. Yeah.
Second one is a 12.
12 just hits.
Oh, perfect. Ooh, he gets a 10 spot.
All right, so you guys see this bear attacking this mastiff. It goes up and starts biting it with his toothy maw and starts like looking like it's like pulling on it, and it's gonna start pulling the bear or the dog back into like the bushes behind it. You guys in this moment see it quickly react. Solrak lets off a longbow shot and pierces into it, and the bear lets go of the dog and jumps up in pain. In that same moment, a spectral image of this like pot leaf with a beak on it on the end of a rod comes up and slashes into it, and Wilmore lets off this flying eldritch blast. It goes whoosh, flying in the direction of the bear and connects and does some massive damage to it. And you guys have gotten this bear's attention now, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Alright.
6. I gotta pee real quick.
Alright, so the bear is up first. Startled by like this, like what just happened, all these blasted hits that can't seem to come out of nowhere. He's like in a rage and starts going kind of crazy. He comes running up to Solrak. And
Oh, by the way, sorry. I since the longbow was just for my attack on the bear while he was distracted, I put it away and I have my talon and staying out. Is that cool?
yeah, that's cool. I'll allow it. But the bear comes running up to you, and he first he swipes down at you with his massive claws. The first claw hit,
Fuck you, bear.
misses, but he goes and lunges at you with the bite, and he hits you with the bite, right? With that 22, and then he's does 13 points of piercing damage as his massive and his sharp teeth just bite into you and start ripping at your skin. It's now Wilmore's turn.
Okay, I am going to hit him up with the. Yeah, we put good damage on him. I'm gonna hit him up with the Eldritch Blast. There's one. That's a hit.
You said 13 points of damage, Nate?
Yeah.
That's 13 back at the bear.
Yeah, second
That's
bear.
a big one. And then another hit
Yep.
with 12.
And
13 and 12, so that's 25, right? Yeah.
how do you want to do it?
Oh!
I'm just gonna shoot both out of my hands at the exact same time, like Spider-Man, and just be like, "Ah!" And then I'm gonna telepathically, like while it's in the air, just like hit Sorlak and be like, "Nobody hits my big boy."
Awesome. The bear goes flying back after this massive hit of this Eldritch Blast energy. Well, first of all, what does your Eldritch Blast look like? Flavor it for me.
Flavor it for me. What does the Eldritch Blast look like? So it is. I actually haven't read up on what they look like, but it is like.
What
a
does yours
purple-
look like?
It is a purple smoke that looks kind of like purple rain, and
Ooh.
it's outlined with a thin yellow line that's encapsulated by a larger like red line, so it's like layered on top of it.
Okay.
So it's just this big purple blast with this like red and yellow kind of looks like neon piping just crackling around it.
Badass. This is Eldritch Blast energy. This purple rain just comes shooting out at this massive bear, and in that moment, you just see it just like seize up and starts convulsing, and it flies backwards and is lifeless and breathless. And in that moment, though, you guys see the dog, the mastiff, laying down on the ground, just like whimpering and in pain, and not looking very, very good right now.
Pepperoni.
Luke, can you lay on hands on him?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so
Is-
I'm going to. What's up?
Should we investigate? Like, does he have any health left? Like, let's go see if we can just get him up without having to heal him.
I mean, he could be our new puppy. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean, he doesn't need a whole bunch of hit points. We can go over and just be like, "Hey, puppy."
Oh, I have 30 now that I can expend, so
Yeah, you can give
I
him like-
wouldn't mind giving him a couple.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, only if we can name him Brutus.
Ooh, I like that deal.
So, Luke, what's going on? You're going over and laying some hands?
Yeah, I'll touch the dog.
Stop saying that.
So you guys hear the massive crying out, screaming and like pain, whimpering in pain. You can see this massive bite mark taken out of it, and you see other wounds, scratch marks dug into its skin.
I ever so gently lay my my soft feathers right over his face and just stroke him down from his head towards his back area and lay 5 health points on him.
Alright. So you you start like gently like petting this dog, making sure that he's alright. You like place your hands on his head and you send some of that radiant energy, that healing power through the mastiff's body, through its flesh, and you see the wounds on it start healing up and start curing themselves from this energy that you've placed through it. And it stands back up, and it looks at you with these massive, like black, like puppy dog eyes, and just sticks out its tongue and licks your face with this massive lick, and starts just like licking like from your chin up to your forehead, just like giving you these massive licks, like it's so happy.
Good boy. You're gonna be mine now, and I'm gonna call you Brutus.
Yeah.
Ruff.
So I'm gonna take some rope and just make a little leash and he's gonna be mine.
Okay. So you take some of your rope, your hempen rope, and you fashion a leash out of it. It's nothing too fancy or anything, but you're able to get it around his neck with a little like slip knot at the end, the other end that you use as a handle for it. And yeah, he's taken a liking to you, absolutely. He was looking down and out for a little bit, and you helping him in his time of need. He definitely he's taken a liking to you.
Nice.
Hey.
So,
Well, boys, shall we continue on?
Ah, 1 second. And I walk back over to the corpse of the bear. And then I see that the bear is still twitching from the power of Wilmore's blast. The life has long been drained from its eyes. I grab the bear by the throat, close my eyes, and look up to the sky. I quietly say a prayer to my ancestors, my family, my father, and my mother, to give me the strength to get through this quest and to get through all the horrible things I will have to do in order to redeem our name. I then take a deep breath and open my eyes before looking back at the bear, where I slice its throat. I then angrily use Talon to slice and slice and slice until the bear head breaks clean off the body, and hold the decapitated head with one hand, staring angrily at the lifeless eyes of the bear as the blood pours from its head. I stick Talon to the ground, and I put the bear head on top of the handle to dry out. I then use Sting to cut some of the bear fur from the shoulder blades of the bear. And then I use the fur to wrap around my shoulder blade, where I then take the decapitated bear head and have it bite down into my shoulder over the fur, so it will be attached to me without hurting me. It'll clamp down like a bear head shoulder pad. It'll be badass hair.
Solrak. Goosebumps.
Lovely.
you guys look back after just healing this mastiff to see your you guys met Silrak when he was training to be a fighter, right? And being born into royalty. He's never been in such as a barbaric as he is that you guys are witnessing today. Uh, Through like these last few weeks that you guys have been with him, you guys have noticed a change in his demeanor for sure, and like his attitude and his fighting abilities and the way that he uses his weapons and his rage to take people on. And in this moment, you guys see him just like taking this bear, this massive beast, and cutting off parts of it, and you see this like not literal glow, but you see this look in his eyes that he's accepting this path of his life, and he is totally like in it 100%, so much that he is taking this totem spirit of this bear. He's got this idea that he has the strength of the bear with him now, and he's going to push on and continue on to use this strength to make sure that no one ever fucks with him, his family, or his loved ones ever again.
Yeah.
I'm fucking jacked, son. I'm fucking jacked. I turn around, I see that, and I run back over to the bear, and I kind of like just put my hand right in whatever orifice he just made, and just get all blood on it, and then I like give myself like a Wilson volleyball from Castaway, just right on my face, and I just go yeah, and I turn around, I slap on the ass, and I go, "Let's do this, son." Okay, boogie, let's go, Brutus, come on.
Let's fucking do it here.
I would do the same thing, Chattington, but I'm afraid Solrak might get, aroused.
Plus, you don't want to get your. It'll probably be a bitch to have come out of your feathers.
The spank bank is running, boys. So act carefully.
Beautiful. Anything else you guys do in this moment?
I'm gonna drink some water. Maybe eat
He's
something.
gonna hydrate.
Not a bad idea.
Get a little hydrated. All right.
Do I add this shoulder pad to my inventory, or is it just?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can write in your custom stuff, and I can definitely like make a custom thing for you too for it.
All right, cool.
Yeah, it's not a problem. I like doing that. It's fun.
All right. Well, let me see. Actually, I think I have some booze. I think this is a good time to take a little shot, and then keep it moving. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. No, actually, we drank it all. Wah, wah. All right, let's keep it moving.
You guys, you drank all your dwarvish flask or whatever.
I thought last time we had passed it around. We had finished it.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, I don't remember refilling it, so. But let's take the puppy with us.
Yeah, this dog, what Brutus, right?
Yeah, Brutus.
I'm pretty sure Brutus was the name of Jefferson Airplane's dog too. Oh, it's just funny. Actually, I think it was a Mastiff too, to be honest.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, it's a great name for a mastiff.
And I'm gonna give him a little food and water too.
Yeah.
Rocky's dog was also named Brutus, and it was a mastiff. So
It is a good Mastiff name for sure. You give him a little bit of
cool.
food and drink.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he looks very hungry, very thirsty. You put it down in front of him, he starts chowing it down immediately and starts he like drinks the water completely without like lifting his head up. Definitely seems that it's helped his health a little bit, his spirits, and yeah, he looks like he's ready to join you guys on whatever adventure you'd like him to join you on with.
we should I'm not gonna lie, we should chop up some of this leftover bear meat and take it with us so we could cook it and give it to the dog.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Brutus, you want some bear?
We'll take a goodie bag here.
So, all right. Also, I mean, I can absolutely play the dog for you guys too if you guys want, or one one of you guys can, or you guys can all take turns doing it too. But no, I'll definitely do it, and I'll fight as him, and your guys fight and stuff.
And I think you should give him a Scooby-Doo voice. I kind of like what you just did there. Raggy?
Raggy?
Yeah, Luke's good at the Scooby-Doo voice, actually.
Pretty good.
But
Scooby-Doo voice is trademarked, so we gotta do our own thing.
It's
Waggy.
Waggy.
marriage. Marriage is the reason we all gather today.
Scooby-Doo Weinstein.
So good. All right, so yeah. I mean, do you guys want to chop up this bear? Definitely can.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm taking some bear meat with me.
All right. Once you're chopping it up, give me a survival check.
Survival check. Survival check. Sorry. Ooh, a +4 too.
Dude,
A 20 here.
Solrek, you take Sting and you cut off the fur so like a surgeon, so like precise, and then you're able to like take the edge of the knife, the tip of the knife, or the blade rather, and you dig it into its flesh, and you find just where the flesh and like the rib bones meet. You're able to slice down right in between there, and as you're doing that, you take it and you're slicing down along the length of the body, like a good like 5 feet, and you just watch as this prime meat just falls off its body in like this whole massive like chunk, and you have a good from that, I'd say you have a good 50 pounds of meat.
Oh, hell yeah, buddy.
You have this raw
like
bear meat. Raw bear meat, yeah. Might not last very long, but as of right now, you have 50 pounds of raw bear meat.
Nice. I like it. I'll edit that while we move on.
Yeah, make sure you shouldn't be encumbered. Yeah, you're 19, yeah, you're totally fine.
Do we have an abundance of salt in our rations to cure the meat to last longer?
I was wondering the same thing.
Ooh, I don't think so, but that'd be awesome.
I don't know if the your pack, Luke, has that your mess kit. I don't think it does.
Mess kit.
It probably doesn't have salt.
Does mess kit have salt? No, I'm sure it doesn't. It doesn't have fucking spices. No.
Yeah. Nah. All right. Well.
Good.
Oh, and what should I do for? Like, is bear meat in here?
Oh no, just type it. I mean,
I added
Car-
it.
yeah.
I added it custom equipment, raw bear meat, and I got 50 pounds of it. So I have it as currently good. How long do you think it'll last, though? Just so I can put like how many days?
make a nature check.
Ooh. Nature check. A 1, 2. So it's a 2 total.
Roll it again.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hey. Okay, a 15 hair.
You expect that you can eat it, obviously not raw, but you can use this like slab of meat for probably the next 3 days as long as you cook it like within that 3 days, and then if it's like cooked, like probably the cooked meat, if you don't eat it right away, will probably last another 3 days on top of that.
Okay, well that's 3 days raw. Additional 3 days cooked. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, and I know you guys that maybe this meat, if it goes bad while we have it, maybe we can use it to catch perhaps a giant or something like that. You know, so we do need one of those. So, just saying. I don't know what giants eat.
Raw meat to catch a giant. All right, we could try it.
You know, they gotta
I've heard
eat.
crazier things.
This is, someone
Well,
should
we
have a
could
bear
cook it.
trap probably too, or something. Sometimes you gotta start with a bear.
Yeah.
Sometimes someone starts with a bear trap.
That's true. All right, well, let's keep it moving here.
All right.
go.
So at this point, it's about 6:37 in the evening. You guys have traveled at this point pretty much the extent of what you can do in a single day without pushing past that exhaustion period. I'd say you can probably get another half hour, an hour's worth of travel if you guys want to find a solid place to maybe set up camp for the night, or
Perfect. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's look for a place to set up camp.
I say we beat off the road a little bit, but maybe hide by a tree.
Sure.
Perhaps would be smart.
So guys, head down the high road a little bit more, no more than 45 minutes worth of travel, and you guys come across an area in a forest that looks to be maybe somewhere that you can set up camp. Let me get your tokens back in here.
Oh, cool.
You can control those once they're dropped in.
Yeah, this looks like a good camp area.
Perfect.
Let me get the Mastiff in here.
Ah, love them.
You guys want to set a fire?
Yep.
We
Yeah.
start the fire.
And I can cook some of this bear meat. Yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, sear off a little piece for my boy Brutus.
Yeah, he's a big boy, so I'm gonna cook like a half a pound of it. Actually, I'll do a pound of it.
Actually, I mean, I hear it's best for them to consume meat raw, so just you can just slide them over a piece.
All right. Well, I'm gonna chop off a pound of the bear meat and give it to Brutus raw.
Good boy.
Give him some scratches. Give him some scratches.
How about you guys? This bear meat looks delicious.
Yeah, it's got a nice marbleization to it. Pretty fatty. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really need any spices or anything. You just cook it over that open flame. And actually, Carlos, Solrak, give me a survival check. See how well you can cook.
Yeah.
Oh God.
21? Yeah.
Hey.
Have you guys ever tasted anything more divine in your life?
No, I have not.
This
So I cut off a pound of each a pound of bear meat for each of us then. So it's 4 total. 1 for the dog, 1 for each of us.
Very nice.
Mm.
As the night rolls in, the dark, the sun sets, the stars start shining in the sky as the darkness, veils over your head, and you guys have this campfire set, enjoying a nice meal, finally making it a good distance out of Phandalin, and this is the first time you guys have really made an adventure outside of Phandalin like this. I mean, obviously you guys have been to Cragmaw Castle and you've been to the Wave Echo Cave and those kinds of places, but these were all for people in Phandalin. It's like now you guys are finally like on the road doing something for yourself. And man, what do you guys talk about in this moment?
Oh boy, I feel like a lot has happened, guys. But and just hope you guys know that no matter what, we're all bros. And then a hug. Yeah.
Yeah, big bros. You guys think this dog has like a master?
I mean, I don't think so. Look,
This master's just gonna hang out around here.
he was pretty hungry and stuff, which makes me think he was abandoned.
That is true. That is
What
true.
are you doing out here? Ain't no one live around here.
Is there a collar on him?
That's-
Actually, do we see that?
So yeah, you do notice that he does have a not a collar around him, but he's got laid over his back like a carrying like leather like strap with like two pouches, 2 pockets, one on each side of his body.
Oh,
Let me see.
definitely was somebody's dog.
I'm gonna look in those pouches to see if there's anything in there.
Sure. Yeah. You dig into the pouches. You see there's a couple of copper pieces in there altogether. After you like pull them out, it's no more than like 13 coppers in there. You dig around and you also see a note in there. Do you want to read the note?
Yes, please.
All right. So yeah, you open up the note and it says, "Dear Daddy, have a good time killing goblins today. Love you always, Nancy."
Oh.
Nancy.
Well, I think you may want to keep an eye out for this guy's master, although he's probably dead by the bear.
Yeah, I have a feeling he did not make it. And however, if we find him, he might be useful because he's apparently killing goblins. And we don't
Yeah,
like goblins.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, we'll just have to keep an eye out for goblins.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
Nancy, if you know what I'm saying.
But I feel like this guy might be here somewhere.
Yeah.
So maybe keep an eye out.
Very good.
Yep. Okay, so you guys calling it a night here, getting some rest at the campsite.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right.
Nap time.
Cool. So you guys go ahead and you complete another long rest then. You get some sleep. I guess that'll put your guys or Solrak's health up to full again, and then with guns you get your spell slot back. Same with no, Wilmore didn't use any spells, so yeah, you guys are good.
And I'm gonna add 2 more hours onto my loot while we're doing this then. 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, you're not too far away from getting another spell slot, or another
Yep.
charge on there rather.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you guys, Wilmore, you guys all kind of fall asleep, kind of easily. It's the ground's not too hard around here. The Mastiff kind of cuddles up with Luganj and keeps him comfortable throughout the night too. And Wilmore, he gets a good night's sleep. He wakes up a bit earlier than you guys, and he starts playing his lute, practicing scales. He's been trying to get the Mixolydian scales down right. His little fingers sometimes can't reach that 4th fret with his pinky, but he's getting it down. And you guys wake up to him practicing these scales and playing that.
Oh, that's badass, huh?
Yeah.
Good morning, gentlemen.
That is
Good morning.
epic playing here. Great tunes.
It's a gift. Once I get there, though, I'll be much better one day.
Yeah. Well, Chrome wasn't built in the day.
Ruff!
Hey, morning, Brutus. And I'm gonna take a little cut out of the bear and give the piece to Brutus for some breakfast.
Yeah, give him another pound.
He,
Yeah.
he stands up on his back two legs, like with his two paws, front paws, like patting at you, like give me that, give me that.
Oh, good boy.
Arr.
Well, boys, shall we start our way?
Yep, but we're calling it a night here, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can call it
Yeah.
here, or we could make it to the next destination, and I summarize that, and we call it there. You guys' choice, totally up to you.
I say
I
we
think
call it.
I think we call it here.
Perfect.
And
That's beautiful. All right, so
All
yeah,
right.
you guys, fantastic night. Thanks for joining. Glad you guys were able to help the people of Fandolin out a little bit, and then take some time for yourselves and decide what you guys want to do and explore the land a bit. And Solrak, you've now got you've taken the path of the totem for your barbarian class, so you've now got that bear strength in you. And you guys also now have a sidekick to join your party, Brutus, the Mastiff.
yeah.
We got rid of Albatross and we got Brutus.
We still got 4. It's still the 4 best friends.
I wanted you guys to have a fourth one, so I was like, how can I make a sidekick for them? It's like,
Well, we just got an upgrade, guys.
yeah.
That's one less bird.
Yeah.
All right,
Although I
guys.
do miss that bird.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, your AC is 20 now, Wilmore.
Yeah, with his hat.
Oh, yeah,
I'm,
the helm.
I'm 18 without it.
Damn, son. Savage,
Yup.
savage.
I told you, man. I'm the tank.
Very nice. Well, good shit, guys. We unfortunately will not be playing next week. Father's Day, so I'm sure Johnny is celebrating. I'm sure he wants to play, but my dad will actually be in town, and I haven't seen them since my wedding. It was 2 years ago, so we'll be celebrating Father's Day with him.
Party up, man. That's
Yeah,
gonna be great.
Yes,
I
it
got
will
the
be.
house fucking self.
Well, if during
Well,
the
that means for those of you that have not caught up to all of our past episodes,
Valid.
make sure you do, because they are available at twitch.com/NateMoonLife. So make sure you do so. And, give me a follow as well at Carlos Does the World on Instagram. Check out my link tree. It gives you a direct link right to our stream as well. So do that. Catch up. We've had plenty of epic adventures. And don't worry, we got plenty more coming your way.
Yeah, and if you're in the New York area also, and I'll shamelessly give Carlos another plug, he does a lot of great live shows up there. He's a comedian. He does the Greatest Comedy Show, and you guys should definitely check that out sometime if you're ever in Manhattan, in the city, and get some laughs from him and his business partner, Chris Moore.
Yeah, buddy. June 25th, 7 p.m. at Broadway Comedy Club is the next one. It's going to be fucking awesome. So check us out. Do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good shit, guys. Yep. Take a nice long rest by skipping next week, and then we'll rejuvenate, start it back up the following week, and definitely jump in the Discord, discuss tonight what you guys want to do after this, any other fun things, what Albatross could possibly be doing in the bar by himself. Yeah.
Yeah, and by next video we will have a name for our group.
That's a
Or my-
guarantee.
Love it.
We'll come down to something.
Yep. All right, guys. Thanks for playing again, and yeah, we'll do this again soon.
2
Yes,
weeks.
sir.
See you, boys.
Yep. Take it easy,
All right,
guys.
later.
Peace
See ya.
out.